Hello, and welcome to the Stream of Chaos. My name is Dave, and I will not be your Keeper of Arcane Lore for this session of Call of Cthulhu, because we are continuing the space between, is being run by the incredible Alex, who's done a fantastic job so far. And now he's here to bring it home. So today we are continuing our playthrough of Nameless Horrors. You can get your own copy of the campaign over at chaosium.com. And you can find all of our collected VODs over on the Chaosium YouTube channel. If you are watching there, we do stream live each week at Friday, 4 p.m. Pacific on Twitch. And before we jump in, I want to give a quick thank you to Roll20 and Sirenscape, tools used to improve our game. Without further ado, Alex, I'll pass it back to you to introduce the scenario.
Hi, hello everybody. I am Alex. I am keeping for you today and for the last two sessions. This is part 3 of Nameless Horrors, space between a modern day setting of Call of Cthulhu, in which all of our investigators are part of a church, not a cult, although...
We're going to be coy about it. I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe.
Look, it's a church, might be a cult, which is based in and around the Los Angeles area, as these kind of churches, as I'm sure we're all aware, have a bit of a thing for celebrities and the rich and the famous. So where we left off was our investigators had just come off the set after discovering several things. We had a fantastic sleight of hand roll by Jackson for his character to make sure that they could record everything. So let's start with Jackson.
Well, that's me. I'm Jackson.
The last roll, the first intro.
It's true.
That's a good way to do it.
Can I go?
You can go. You can go. No, you have to stay here. You have to stay here.
I'll stay here.
Yeah, you can introduce yourself and your character, but please don't go.
And that's what I'll do. I am Jackson, and I am playing Amanda, last name Stennett. Amanda Stennett, who is allegedly a production assistant, actually an undercover gossip journalist, actually an investigative reporter who is going to blow this whole church wide open, possibly with the help of this band of misfits who, I suspect have mixed feelings about the church. Amanda is ready. Amanda is hyped. Amanda is just so good. And thank you for asking.
We didn't. I don't know that anyone cares how Amanda is, but Amanda's holding it together okay. Someone who may not be holding it together quite as well is Dave.
Oh, yeah. For
character
sure.
Dave.
Yeah, character Dave. So I am Dave, and I'm playing David. I am an actor associated with the church, and having found my girlfriend has been, ritually scarred and traumatized. Also, after I've lost some of the juicier roles in this production, I have lost a bit of interest, now looking to free myself from it and possibly, secure myself a little paycheck on the way. I mean, you got to set yourself up. You got to look out for numero uno. Just trying to be consistent.
Speaking of consistency, there is one man whose behavior has been pretty on the level this entire time, despite the horrors, or maybe because of them. Ooh, James.
Yeah, I think PR gives you a certain kind of training. You've got to be consistent. You got to always project an air like you know what's going on. Me personally, though, I'm writing the book Memoirs of a Former Cult Member in my head. The thing that I'm securing my next step at this point, because there is no way I am staying to be part of the murders and the ritual scarring and the whatever happened inside that edit suite. That's quite enough of that. The thing is, the church is very powerful, so we have to figure out quite how to get away.
Yep. Part of your escape plan may be that you have a new friend on board. Well, somebody's escape plan, maybe. Art.
Hi, I'm Art, and I am playing Spencer Schull, who is a slow-talking, slow-moving, but certainly not slow-thinking security detail for the church. Spencer is an ex-cop trained in all kinds of fun scenarios. Hey, Gab. What?
Nothing. What? No.
What did you say?
I said nothing at all.
Nothing.
Exit plans. We always have them. Even when we truly believe in what we are serving, we still have an exit plan, and Spencer certainly has one. And in order to get to the root of what is happening here, has offered to team up with a bunch of people that at this point seem to be non-believers. To be clear, Spencer is still a believer, at least as far as it is. The church has helped him a fair amount. He owes a lot to the leaders of the church. He believes in what they're doing, and if anything is happening, well, then it's obviously a splinter cell, some people, some shadows really infecting the good, solid foundation of the church, and he intends to root that out. But on the off chance that's not a possibility, he does have some form of idea about how to GDFO, ideally with, as little as little follow-up as possible. I mean, he's the one that follows up with people who leaves the church, so if he leaves, he's not planning on following up with himself.
Exactly. And if they do have other operatives like yourself, they're certainly not going to be as skilled or as talented. And quite frankly, you might relish the challenge.
I mean, I did train them all, so.
So bring it. Whether or not the other members of the team, your temporary team, are in fact shadows, or if they just maybe a little bit full of woe in need of an emptying session, you have all agreed that with the rough cut screening of the film you've been working on tomorrow night, the best course of action is to get some rest. You've seen some shit. You've been through some stuff. Get some sleep so that you're not operating at a decreased level of efficiency. And then head to the celebrity retreat where the screening will take place tomorrow, a little bit earlier than the screening is necessary, perhaps even in the morning, but I'll leave that one up to you, how much time you think you need to get done what needs doing. And there was also an interesting conversation between Amanda and David at the end of last session, at the end as you were leaving the the set. So I'll leave it to you whether there is anything that you would like to cover during the evening, during the night. Otherwise, we will jump in as you approach the retreat.
I wanted to have secured we have the night, right? To just do some basic.
You have the evening, yeah. We're probably gonna. I mean, unless there's anything particularly.
I don't want to do a bunch of
unusual,
research.
Interesting.
No, I just do a bit of. I've got a reasonable disguise skill. David's just gonna get his shit together, Like, I'm gonna get myself an outfit. I want to look as though I'm returning to the church as put together as possible. And what I'd like to do is, I've got a little sewing machine or something. I want to get a hidden pocket on the inside that I can put a small weapon in, like a little sharp pair of scissors. And I'm also thinking later on, if Amanda wants to work with me, something I could slide a recording device into, something.
Sure.
Carry into my emptying session.
Right, that'll be a craft disguise, yeah?
I think so. Give
me a rolly.
Little rollski?
Little rollski?
See what these numbers look like. What do you say?
What do we say?
Alright, disguise. Yeah, I got numbers. Get it.
Yeah, you do. You get 2 pockets.
Pocket.
You've got
Actually,
2 hidden pockets.
Amanda and I are just team pockets.
Yeah, like you put, oh god, Amanda has so many pockets. But you put one in and it kind of ruins the lines of your garment, and that isn't on, David. That's not okay. So you have to put another one in. You need a second one. It keeps it symmetrical, it keeps the lines nice, makes it a lot easier to conceal it. And you can slide a sharp pair of scissors out of your sewing kit into one where you snip the thread,
perfect.
Drop in the scissors, and you're good to roll.
Love that. Thank you.
Is anyone else engaging in any preparations, or are you just passing out? Espionage, a little bit of espionage. Spencer, sure, a little bit of espionage.
How could you tell? So I am going to go back to my office in the main head office of the church, where I have definitely I believe, according to my character sheet, what I have is a gun that I can't really use. And
Bang.
my ability to hit things real good. So I'm wondering if I have anything potentially like a sort of blackjack or something that I could take along with me as just like a sort of general security tool. If you're willing to provide me with that, potentially in exchange for a gun. I don't know that I'm really a gun person, but
Yeah, it doesn't seem like a gun kind of guy. Guns leave a mess, and the church hates mess.
yeah, and you know, it is we are in California, and gun rules are a little bit more restrictive. It's you know, while as an ex-cop I would be able to have one, it raises a few more eyebrows. So,
and you know what? It further just kind of erode that not great relationship you already have with the LAPD. So yeah, I think Spencer avoids guns. You can definitely have your blackjack. Now the headquarters of the church is staffed at all hours. Are you trying to kind of get in and out without really speaking to anybody?
No, I feel
Or
like
just kinda-
that would be even more like bizarre as a thing. Spencer is an all hours kind of person. It's literally whether or not he's the official head of security, he is the fixer. So
He's the quiet head of security.
Yeah, there is, I'm sure, someone who everyone actually reports to, but as far as like it's concerned, he reports to one man, and that is Musgrove, who is the head of the church. So more importantly, in my along with my blackjack that I will have had in my office, I also have a set of very nice lockpicks that I will be stashing away.
Nice.
Again,
I mean, give that one to you. Yep.
I have the lockpicking skill, so I'm just gonna like flavor that I have some lockpicks with me, because otherwise that skill makes no sense. Pretty sure you have to have some to use them, but you know, in a pinch, hairpin will do. And then the last thing I would like to do, so entering in, we'll greet everyone, we'll sort of the standard like, yes, good evening, hello, yes. Make my way to the office. My office is my own. I don't think I need to argue with you, Alex, as the keeper, to be like, Spencer's office is Spencer's office, and the only people who are allowed into Spencer's office is Spencer.
And anybody who needs talking to.
And maybe Steele.
Yeah. And I did establish last session that at this point, Musgrove would be either on his way to or already at the retreat for the screening.
As would Steele.
So would not be here. And as would Steele. Steele would just be at the retreat, because that's where he mostly is. That's pretty much where his office is. And Musgrove is usually here, like all hours usually here. But I think I did establish that last session that everybody was going to or at the retreat, and the headquarters was mostly just emptying rooms and stuff. So I'm not going to need a roll for that one. If you'd have tried to do that earlier, we may have needed a conversation with Brian Musgrove, but I believe I established last session that everybody was already kind of headed towards the retreat.
Easy. I mean, if it helps just for a baseline, my fast talk is my second highest skill. It is 65, so I feel like for your standard grunts, I think I'm gonna be all right to just kind of mosey through. What I do want to do though is on I think it's within my backstory. I have files on literally everyone.
Oh, you do.
The file that I have on Musgrove is a respectful file.
Of course it is.
There is a limit to the things that I have like stored in writing, although I'm pretty sure I have some stuff stored up here.
You almost certainly do, but Spencer's not suspicious of Musgrove at this point.
No, but everyone under Musgrove, inclusive of Steele, because I don't super love them, man. I have files on, so I would like to have a look through my files for anything of interest related to anyone associated with the production, its funding. So I'm asking if I can do a library use for my files, please.
Library use will tell you how much you get and how long it takes.
Very good. Let's see if I can pull this off.
Oh. Nice.
Can they pull this off?
Well done.
Because they can pull this off.
Can I have all of it? Well, not all of it. It's not a critical, but can I have most of it?
You're getting most of it. You're getting pretty much all of it. Your file on Musgrove is slim, and it's very respectful, and it's basically a PR file. It's basically if anybody ever broke in and got a file on him, it would be almost the opposite of suspicious and like it would be useless, bordering on flattering. Like your file is almost like a PR exercise.
I feel like a lot of what's in there would be like the man has a security detail that needs to be at this door at
Yeah.
this time to take him here. Like, it is
It's
a
somewhere
description of
between-
like where he goes, but it is very
Yes.
much on the like, here is how we secure this man and make sure that he like gets the places he needs to be. And if there's
Yeah.
anywhere where he shouldn't be, that isn't listed.
Yeah, and it's almost like it's somewhere between a PR file and a warning for anybody who picks it up. It's like, oh, don't fuck with this guy. Your file on Steel is missing.
Oh,
It's just not there.
Okay.
that's really
Um,
good.
Hmm.
Your file on David is extensive.
Flattering.
And kind of personal.
Rude.
I mean,
It covers his
Picture of
his-
literally everyone. Pretty
Yeah,
much
pretty
every single
much.
person has a similar level of detail, but maybe this one's a
Yes.
little more like, this guy's a
It's just
toss
that
up.
because there's a lot of news articles, there are a lot of cover-ups in there, a lot of times that he has been less than discreet in bringing people back to his place, and there's a list of like
Excuse me
backup
for
fake
living.
girlfriends. There's like backup fake girlfriends in there. There's a process for like actually he's bisexual, if that ever needs to happen. Like it's a fat file.
It's all contingencies, and it's all just for me
It's
doing
contingency
the.
after contingency and a very unflattering IQ test.
It's all just for the most vanilla stuff. So, like, it's not like
Oh,
he'll
yeah.
try and leave the church. No. He'll just go to the wrong party, or he'll lock himself
I'm
out of
pretty
his
sure.
door.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
And
for
there's
sure.
the
There's
alcoholism
definitely
thing. There is an
Yeah.
admittance to alcohol
Yeah.
rehab for a brief
'Cause I would also
stay. But it was a
have-
fancy one.
It's reasonable that I essentially would also have anything that is of interest from the emptying sessions. That would all come up to me, I assume. Anything that
You
someone
think you would. You think you would. Unfortunately, he's never said anything interesting in his life.
I mean, the alcohol rehab being like something that I assume would have been come out in an emptying session, and that came to me that way. Probably. Maybe?
The church put him in the rehab, I'd say.
I don't wanna go- I don't
after
need
a
to go to
particularly large
rehab.
night.
Right.
Yeah, it was that again. Also a PR exercise. You
I've
know,
been to
that's the
rehab,
kind
like,
of a thing that you
11
get to talk about in
times.
interviews. It's
Right.
kind of the cool thing to do as much as anything else in Hollywood. So,
Metal
yeah,
my
Blake
dealers in
Tavis's
rehab.
Blake Tavis's file is slimmer than you'd like it to be. It's very hard to get information on this man because it's all spin. And you know it's all spin. You know that in your heart and soul. But actually finding dirt on him it just slides right off. There is definitely...
He's good at his
Uh,
job.
You've definitely picked up evidence from when he was a lot younger that this is a guy who will jump ship. Perhaps there was a PR crisis in a previous part of his life that he absolutely hung everyone out to dry and left. And that's something that you will have noted. But other than that, Blake's file is very, very slim. The man is good at his job.
Mm-hmm.
I like
that
to
is why
imagine
we
I've
have worked.
inserted fake dirt in there. Like there's like here's an angle you can exploit, but if you poke it at all, it completely falls apart kind of thing.
What's your fake dirt? What's the fake dirt on Blake?
Ah, God, what would
Doesn't
it be?
actually jet ski. Like, tells everyone that's where he's going on
Yeah.
holiday.
I think-
No evidence of it.
I think there's also I think there's a large sob story about how like I left like my previous ex-wife while she was sick or something like that. So I can be like, joke's on you, I never married or something like that. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Which-
a very flimsy.
I
It'll look
think
good as a
that-
headline, and it's very flimsy.
I would like to think that given, again, ex-cop being able to access records like birth, deaths, and marriages, I know that's a load of bullshit,
Yeah.
but I am like, it's on file. Also, I like Tevis as far, like, we have worked
Yes.
together for a while. We have worked together well, Tevis and I do the messier part of the fixing. Tevis makes everything look good, so we do work
Yeah.
together a lot. So I think while I know a lot of stuff in here is spin, I leave it in here sort of what's what I'm looking for? Like I don't pick holes in it in my file. So if anyone came to find the file, they would see the spin because I'm willing, like if anyone's coming in and looking and I'm not aware of it, I wouldn't want that to be the case for Tevis specifically because I would rather that be like a personal
Yeah.
conversation. So
Yeah,
as with all things,
his stuff's in
Spencer,
that file.
Yeah, again, Spencer, while he is a slow talking man, has an intelligence of 85. This man
Yeah.
is terrifyingly smart.
Yeah.
So yeah. And
And Amanda's file is slim. Not as slim as it perhaps should be for somebody so new to the church. There is a fair bit in there on substance abuse, which could potentially be a problem for the church in future.
Surely not.
And just
He's got
and
that under
some
control.
questions around previous employment that don't necessarily gel with what Amanda has told the church she does. But at the same time, what she's told the church is that she works in Hollywood, and she's been very good at it so far. And the church loves people who work in Hollywood, so it has been overlooked, but there are media connections there, potentially, that you would have uncovered, although they do seem to be historic and know what she's doing at the moment. The substance abuse thing is the thing that you've been keeping tabs on the most because, hey, if you've got to blackmail somebody, that's always a good place to start. Is there anything else particularly egregious that would be found in Amanda's file, do you think, Jackson?
Well, yeah, depending on how closely you dug, like it's possible to find out that maybe it's a fake name. I don't know, maybe not.
I don't
Or
know
maybe
if
she
anyone
uses a
cares
fake
enough about
name.
Amanda.
Maybe she uses a fake name when she's writing her gossip pieces. But yeah, it's possible you could have dug up the fact that she's a gossip writer. Would be significantly harder to dig up the fact that she's trying to get a book done on the church.
Yeah, it'd be that you have media connections, and you may have used a.
I think even
Jesus
if
Christ,
Ghost
she's got
Rider
a
comes
gun.
up, surprisingly,
Christ.
That was
Gossip
a
Rider
misclick.
wouldn't worry Spencer because gossip writing is a form of spin. So like
Yeah.
as long as it is used in conjunction with making like if it's something that Spencer goes, if this person keeps their nose clean, they have a future
Yes.
in the church under Tevis, they might actually like have some useful
Make
skills
five.
here. However, note that is dependent on them keeping their nose clean and that gossip being the right kind of gossip.
Yes.
So I
And
think,
I'd say that would have come up just because Amanda is associated with the film. And despite being new to the church, the film has been a big deal. It's been flagged as a big deal for Steele and Musgrove. And so anybody involved in it would probably have been under a little bit of extra scrutiny over the last couple of months. So it is reasonable that you would have found all that out as well.
So how are
We love
looking
an
on-
extreme.
We do. How are we looking on the director and that? Like, is there anything in any of those? Obviously, Steele's file missing is a big like. I'm gonna say I get to that last. I get to that like I'll look at all of my colleagues and they'll be like, oh shit, that's missing. But do I have anything on Woodward or
so
like
much
that is relevant to what we're doing now? I think is like obviously I got the vague outline of what happened when they found him and I saw him in the state he was in and, you know, piss bolting away and all that kind of stuff. But weird activity.
Substance use has been in his history significantly, but not to the point of abuse. It did seem like he was having a drug-induced psychotic break or something like that, which is unusual. It hasn't happened before, but you know what? We all know how that goes. It's just you do one last bump, one too many, and there it goes. You get the psychotic break, and that could have happened, I guess. But in the past, he's very much just been kind of a weird guy, the indie wonder kind, taken under the wing of the church, and kind of very much controlled by them as much as possible. And his eccentricities have very much been embraced and encouraged and pruned by the church. He is very much their creature, and his actions that you've seen or have heard about from the investigators at this point do sound more like a psychotic break than like a drug-induced psychosis than any kind of deliberate or malicious action. Similar with Verity, you would have looked up Verity. She has, from what the others have told you and from what you've seen yourself, she was pretty distressed, but she has no history of mental health problems, no history of anxiety or depression or anything that would suggest a personality likely to go off the deep end under pressure. she's always been very kind of cool, calm, and collected. A rising star, very much. So her behavior being unhinged is a little out of the ordinary. And there is no kind of history of drug use in her file. She's very kind of girl next door, clean cut. Yeah, butter wouldn't melt in her mouth kind of person. So her freak out is a little unusual, more so than Jared's. And everybody else who've got files on is kind of par for the course.
Wonder how she's doing.
May I
Hope
ask,
she's well.
or in this situation, one more roll and we can leave to move
What
on
are we
to
after?
I know Jim wanted to do something. This file is missing.
Hmm.
No one gets in and
bad.
out of my office without me kind of knowing about it. This is all very secure documentation. No one else has a key, maybe
Except
with the
Musgrove.
exception of Musgrove. But why Musgrove would have Steele's file is, why wouldn't he just... He knows I have all these files. The fact he would not have come and just asked for it is unusual. I would like to propose a spot hidden to see if I can work out what happened and where I can go to, like, essentially, are there muddy footprints? Is it a broken lock?
Yeah.
Like, what am I
Have a look.
looking at here?
Is there someone in the corner going,
Is there someone sitting very quietly in the
might go
corner?
right.
There is not, and there is nothing unusual, nothing out of the ordinary, nothing's been disturbed, no windows. It's the only person you can think of who could have done this is somebody with a very high lockpicking skill, or Brian.
Or
Brian
Brian's
Musgrove has just
key.
come in and taken it. Yeah. Or Brian's key, or Brian himself, or somebody who's lockpicking. There is no broken locks, there's no footprints, it's just not there. And Steele's file is probably not one that you take out and look at a lot, so you're also not sure when this would have happened.
That is good information to know. There is one other file that I'd like to pull. This is purely for RP purposes. I am not interested in information. I have a file on my old colleague, Numier. Likes, dislikes, things that I can leverage, because part of my exit strategy may or may not be leaning on some old witness protection type of stuff if I absolutely have to. So just reassociating myself with some of the information that I have on Numier and my old colleagues, as if I do need to turn around and maybe like work with them, how to say the right things at the right time to get them to maybe temporarily forget the disagreements we've had and be more interested in having someone, you know, plea deal above and beyond what they would normally expect would be possible.
I gotcha. Yeah, you absolutely grab that. With the extreme on the library, you have all of that. And you can take whatever files with you that you would like to have physically, or the rest of it's in your brain.
I think a review of the files is enough for me to get all the relevant points.
I'll say that you take Lumia's with you, just because that's part of the escape plan.
Yeah.
But the others, it's all in the brain.
Yep. I will have like a notepad or something on me that I've noted down a couple of things. But I don't need. The only file that I would desperately want to take with me if I was going to do this would be Steele's, but there's enough information in these filing cabinets that I could... a good raid would probably get them what they need anyway.
Yeah, you've got your secret drawer, which if you directed anybody to it, is a bit of insurance. Absolutely. That tracks for Spencer for sure. Jim.
yes, I would like to basically just prep the the Rorschach package. I would like to try and put out some kind of press release that I'm kind of holding. Maybe I schedule it so it'll go out unless I cancel it. That's going to be some kind of, hey, what's happened to us? Where are we? Maybe I prep a story about David that's about to come out and then mentions a couple of things that if we suddenly vanish from the face of the earth and aren't around to, be seen, it'll be a bit of a scandal. That's the ideal. How effectively I can do it, I'm not sure.
That's an interesting one.
I'm just thinking if we get like taken hostage or something, and they're going to us, and they're
No,
like,
for sure.
yeah, you're not allowed to
Yeah.
leave. It goes, well, we need to, because we if we're not seen at this event, there's gonna be lots of questions, and this is on top of all of the murder stuff. So
100%. I think you get to use your media manipulation skill.
yes, media manipulation time. I was really worried if I'd failed that one. I would have been very
It's
annoyed.
so
And it's
funny.
over.
But with the success, yeah, you're all good. You've created a pack. How well it works will depend on who it gets to. But you've got a bit of a dead drop going on.
Perfect. If it's all right with you, just because we're up against the church here, they know their stuff.
Yeah.
I'm gonna burn 9 points of luck to bring that to a hard, if that's all right. I double check it before I go to meet the others to leave.
100%.
Should we all increase some luck first, just in
Yes,
case we
let's
need
do
it?
our luck rolls.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yes, I actually failed.
Excellent.
Boom. Okay. Perfect.
sorry, Dave.
I got shitloads.
Yeah, you're good. You're fine.
Nice.
You're good. It's all good. It's fine.
It's great. It's awesome. Andy.
It's good. It's awesome. It's going well.
So I
yeah.
spend from my updated luck total, and it's a hard success on the media manipulation, because Blake's a cool guy.
Hell
It
yeah,
says
he
right
is.
here in this newspaper.
Yeah, you're able to set up a dead drop, a backup, a digital backup that is going to either send or self-destruct at a particular point in time. We can have that as, say, 72 hours after the screening.
Perfect.
And then you've also got a hard copy, because you know how the church is with digital stuff. They're pretty good.
Yep.
So you've also got a hard copy that you have put somewhere completely not associated with you in the way that the church knows you.
Yes.
So
Yes. Brilliant.
you
Cool. Or
have
not.
a good media pack and a backup.
Only gone and bloody done it.
All right.
Believe it or not, Amanda would like to do the exact same thing, but from the opposite direction. All
Yes.
the dirt, all the notes so far, all the filming. I'm not sure where it should go to. I don't know if she's got any friends.
I mean,
Is
you've
it
got your
possible
boss.
we cross over here? Is it genuinely possible that we like sort of note what each other are doing? Like if we all pull over to a hotel or something to get like a rest that night, like we come into the business center together or something like that.
You're both at
following
office
up.
works, getting.
You're both
Yeah.
trying to print you're getting the hotel to print stuff for you.
Yeah.
I get 3 copies of this.
Living confidence.
I mean,
If there is, rather than sort of you sort of pull it out to a scene or anything, I think what it would be is that there's like a glance at each other, kind of silent acknowledgement, and then we both just keep doing what we're doing in concert. I don't think we're necessarily aiming to be
Oh.
I don't
teaming
know,
up here, but
because-
there's
I
a,
thought
Yeah.
Amanda
Isn't
was
Blake
pretty
still-
subtle. Is Blake onto Amanda?
Amanda
this might be-
specifically has absolutely nailed every single one of
that's
those.
true. That's
Covert
true. I have
recording.
no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, so I think this is happening
don't know
at
Amanda's
home.
getting spotted.
Amanda's
Sounds
going
good.
back to her apartment and getting this done.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
But her boss is actually like the gossip mag editor.
Yeah,
She's thinking that this is like this is
more
going to
serious.
be a book deal someday, once she sells it to a publisher. So I don't think she's got. I think she's paranoid enough at the moment that she doesn't have anyone she can really trust. So she's gonna have to like just set it up as like a dead drop to, I don't know, Reddit or something. Just get it out there,
Yeah, and you don't want to. And I suppose, depending on Amanda's personality quirk, she may not want to send it to somebody who would then get the credit.
That's
So
it. Yeah. It's actually full on out there. All the
Absolutely.
filming, all the everything. Just like send it to everyone that she knows.
Yeah. It's just a bulk send. Do you set it up
Wild.
similarly as being a kind of, if you don't cancel it within X amount of time,
That's it. Yeah,
it just
yeah,
sends. Yep.
Dead man switch. Yeah. It
Yep.
is.
Dead man switch on it.
With and that's like running from the cloud, so someone can't break into the apartment and cancel it. All that good stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, just like write up as much as she can in a short amount of time so that it all makes sense. It's all clear. It's all like an actual account.
Yeah. I would take for speed on this one, I would take own language.
Perhaps writing, artcraft writing.
Writing or own language.
Why is my own language higher than my writing?
It's really high, dude.
What? How has this happened?
I don't know. Because it's also
heartbreaking.
reading, it's also passing the information. And look, if you would like this to be an entertaining story, give me writing. If you just want to get the facts in order, I would take own language. Because your writing is, are you a good writer? And it seems like the answer to that one for Amanda is unfortunately not really.
She's all right. It's higher than base.
not incredible, but as a command of your own language, being able to parse your notes and get them in order and into a narrative that makes sense, whether it's entertaining to read or not, that would be an own language.
But on the other hand, it has to be entertaining if it's gonna get out there. It's gonna propagate. It has to be compelling. It has to be engaging.
How good a writer is Amanda? Let's find out.
Let's say 55 out of 100. I'm going to go writing because I want to make it engaging. I want to I want to give it life. Yes.
You've given it life.
Just sneaking it under there.
It is, you know, it's a first draft, but it isn't a trash draft.
That's right.
Yeah.
You're not good enough.
You reckon you're starting to get an idea of how hard the book is going to be, but that's a problem for later.
That's it. Oh, and also getting together all of the photos and filming and videos I've taken. Teva specifically asked me to send it to him at the end of the night. I'm gonna do the old high school trick and just send him some corrupted files. Just corrupted zip. And then at some point he'll say,
sad.
There's something wrong with the files, but I'll be long gone.
Yes.
He'll just see the email come in and go, yep, I've got it.
Okay. Nice.
Brilliant.
Amanda is on it.
I love that you said that that's an old high school trick.
I mean, it is for me.
Ever handed a high school document in like a digital format, but also even as university trick. What? What?
You've not heard of this?
No.
I definitely have it.
It's the Slackers go-to. Highly recommended.
It also, I reckon
that
it played for about a year,
about that in uni.
and then it did not play anymore.
Yeah, I mean, you can only do it once per teacher. That's the downside.
And even
but you got
someone's brother's done it by that point.
That's it. Yeah. All right, everyone watching. There's your hot tip. You're still in an academical institution.
Yeah, if you're currently
deadline's coming up, you just hit submit on it. You get a file. You get like an image file.
Oh no, I absolutely do condone it.
You change the extension, and then it'll open up as and you just got to hope the teacher's not techie enough to realize what's going on. And then you go, oh, I submitted it. Oh no.
Yeah, don't do it for computer. If you're studying computer science, don't do it for computer.
If you do it in computer science, that's very funny. You should absolutely do it in computer science. That's the only.
I feel like we're running out of the sweet spot where teachers are too old to know how to use computers. I think teachers are young enough now that they actually can do this, unfortunately. Whereas I was at the other end of the scale where I simply never handed anything in digitally.
Revert to the other side. Hand it in physical, but before you go in, dip it into some water so it's corrupted, and then hand it. Go, oh no, I submitted it.
Spill your tea on it. Yeah.
Worth the shot.
Grind it into the dirt on the way to school. Anyway, we don't condone any of that stuff. Education's very, very important.
My dog ate it.
Oh, I do.
Jackson loves it.
Let's move on.
Everybody's sorted with various levels of ethical,
ass covering,
moral compass. Sure, ass covering.
I've got pockets.
I believe take yourself separately to the retreat. Whether you drive, get a cab, have a driver. In the case of David, I assume. Blake, you probably go pick him up.
Yeah, I think best to just swing past.
Yeah, that makes sense. You do a heck and collect, and whether we show up together or separately probably will matter. Actually,
I'll hang by. I'm used to playing handler. I think I'll unless you want to be
being
solo.
handled.
That's easy.
I mean, I'm happy to if we had discussed this beforehand and we did want to arrive together for that, like being able to kind of shore up the story of, you know, the three of you work on set. I am the major security detail. It is not unreasonable that, like, if someone's having trouble, like, that I would be involved. I can get one of the, like, official black window tinted 4-wheels, like, drives, the big ones, you know the ones, as a, like, transport
hell yeah,
for the four of us. And also, these things are beefy. So if we need to GTFO, I think having a big lad might be helpful.
Amanda, you in?
In the truck.
Sure.
Get in the
Gotta stick with the crowd. Gotta get all the
Yeah.
leads.
The cover, your cover is still up. So yeah, everybody is in the large four-wheel drive, black tinted windows. It looks exactly like what it is. It's a car to transport celebrities to the celebrity retreat, which is where you were going. As you roll up to the celebrity retreat. Now, those of you who've been here before, which is probably just David and Blake. Spencer, I don't know if you would have. There's usually no problems here.
This is
I
a good
You
place.
need to be
I
here
think
because there's never any problem at celebrity retreats, and Brian's office is not here. He's
No.
very rarely here. You'd be at
Although
the
I would have
headquarters more often.
potentially
don't
spoken to
think
Steele
so.
here.
I
I would know the building, and I would definitely have at least been to
you-
like reception, whether or
you know
not I
where
have
it
like
is.
toured the halls. I
you know
imagine
where it
that
is.
I know.
I don't know if you would have been invited here. It's
That's
and there are certainly no problems here. So having security detail seen here is not necessarily as good because people know what you do and who you are. So it would probably have been almost the opposite, where there's never any problem at the celebrity retreat ever. It's impossible.
I love
This
the
is-
celebrity retreat.
Place of tranquility and calm, and there is never a problem here. Amanda, definitely not. You probably wouldn't even know where it is. You would not have been told the location.
I would know
But-
the layout though.
You would have a map of it somewhere. You'd be aware of that. But yeah, as for actually having been here, I think that's just David and Blake, and you would know that this is the mansion. The celebrity retreat mansion is beautiful, a very tranquil, peaceful place. It's on about 4 acres of ground, surrounded by lawns and a statue garden. There's a koi pond. There's cherry blossom trees everywhere. It's a beautiful Spanish colonial building, one of those lovely red stucco, those white stucco buildings with the red roofs. Beautiful, beautiful 1920s building. Surrounded by a 15-foot stone concrete wall patrolled by armed guards. So the concrete wall it's a very peaceful aside from that bit. So you come up the driveway between the manicured trees to the iron gates at the front, the motorized gates at the front. There is a guardhouse here, but with Spencer in the driver's seat, with Blake in the, I suppose, David riding shotgun. Although, David, are you in the back with Amanda, your new friend?
No, I'm riding shotgun. I've got my full
course you
happy
are.
chappy
You're
face
important.
on.
Yeah, you're important. Yeah. Tinted sunglasses, collar popped.
Good
Man of
morning.
the hour.
Good morning. Good morning. Hope you're all having a great
You are-
day.
Buzz through it without incident. Amanda sitting quietly in the back, trying not to draw attention to yourself. But you were buzzed through and into the compound itself, and all of its tranquil, serene beauty. You do spot the north wing, which is the newest part of the retreat. The church added that when they acquired it in the early 90s, the late 80s. It is very different style to the rest of the building, and is immediately recognizable as it's just a low white building. So it's the concrete, glass, and steel that you would expect from a modern building. It's quite at odds with the rest of the retreat, but it does sort of fit in with the minimalist, serene landscape that they've cultivated here. When you pull up to the front of the building, the front entrance, there is a car park there. There are some other flash cars around, but it's not particularly busy at the moment. You expect it to get more so this afternoon and this evening prior to the screening.
Yeah.
And that's a pretty good reason you'd say for getting here early is, you know how busy it's going to be later. You just want to get settled, right?
Mm-hmm. Miss, I can forget. I will to Amanda, Miss Stennett.
Yeah, me too.
If anyone asks what it is specifically you're doing here, I would recommend lean in on the assistant part of your job, specifically in relation to Mr. Otero.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah.
It's not unreasonable that this man would have some additional entourage. If that doesn't work, then well, we can always do the old cover-up girlfriend again.
Sure. Yeah. No, that's fine.
Amanda has been invited to the screening. But
It's more I'm thinking
it's
about
not earlier in the day. Yeah.
Yeah, so we have all been invited to the screening. I am thinking of we're all here early. That is unusual, but it is reasonable that we can have a story to cover it.
Yeah.
And I have one if anyone has questions about why I'm here.
Okay, so this is just a simple, we're gonna go in, we try and find the copy of the recording and figure out what the hell's going on, right? So hopefully we don't even make it to the screening. Hopefully we're already out of here by then. So anyone want to team up, or do we want to just split up?
I think you're going to be at the point of distraction for this.
Okay.
The ruse relies on you being able to get into a session while we can all snoop around.
But I mean, this is a large facility. There's more than like one person looking out. If I get into a session, I will distract one person, not the whole facility.
For sure, I understand, but hopefully it's just the right person. You know what I mean? I'm to be clear, I plan to be going sneaking around. Don't stress.
So I guess, so we know he sent the copy to Steele, right? So let's go find Steele, and then if necessary, we'll try and talk to him to distract him. And we just need to get presumably he'll know where the copy is. All right?
Targets should be Steele's office, and then if not, somewhere at the screening room, they might be preparing the place preemptively.
Where they've got because it's film, right? They've got it actually on. Yeah.
I mean, I have potentially a
As far
good
as you
reason
know,
to
yes.
go and talk to Steele. In that, his file is missing, and if I had no questions at all about the loyalty of everyone in the church, the first person I would go and tell that some of the information that is, securely stored on file, because again, Musgrove knows I've got files. Steele would also, I assume, know I have files, and the story is everyone's got a file for security reasons because it's got like important security details about everyone. So going up to Steele and saying, your files, I'm letting you know your file's missing, and this is something that I, want to look into, and would you know anything about that? Because I just want to put you on, you need to know this. This is important. That's a good excuse to go and talk to the man at a minimum. Whether he believes that I suspect him or not is another thing entirely.
All right. So you want to go talk to Steele?
That makes
you want to go
have
snoop
an
around?
excuse. I can at least go and talk to the man.
Works for me. I'm gonna go and have a look around. I'm gonna see
All
what
right.
doors I can open with this winning smile, and then I'm gonna snoop in them. I'm going to try, and every backstage door I've previously not looked in, I'm now gonna look in. I'm gonna get as much dirt as I possibly can, and I'm gonna find out what the hell's happening in this place. I'm gonna get answers, damn it. Answers.
Amanda is keen to follow around. Oh, sorry. So I'm gonna come with you, David, if that's all right. Look, I gotta. Sorry, Mr. Otera. I'm ready.
You
I'm
can
ready as
carry
well.
my coat and coffee.
You
Let's
can
go.
use it just for that. You can flip a pocket open that has like one of those cup holders in it.
Heck yeah.
Into the
Amanda is just so
retreat.
pleased that someone else is here to get the answers as well, but we'll take all of the flack.
Spencer, are you
Quick
okay
note.
to fly solo? I might keep an eye on these two.
And I think if Spencer's going to Steele's office to distract Steele, you look in Steele's office, Blake,
Sure. Okay, I'll do that.
and then we just 2 and 2.
Steele's office
Right.
and or like where you believe they would store the recording.
Sounds sensible to me. Let's do it.
And I could certainly use a trusted backup. I would know enough about the compound to have some knowledge of its security. I know about all the buildings. I will mention to the two of them, your standard pass is not going to get you into backstage doors. You're going to need to go and get one of the passes from the front desk. And I will explain specifically the pass that they will need.
You will
It's
not get a
like-
pass, unfortunately. There is no.
I'm
this
telling
is
them what
a-
they would need to steal.
There is no pass, unfortunately. This is
there's no,
the way it works is you will in the main building. The main building is downstairs is your reception area. That's where the screening room is. Upstairs is bedrooms, bathrooms for people to stay here. The north wing, the new wing, is where you would find Steele's office would be in this building, locked with him inside usually. The north wing is where your emptying rooms will be. That's where your flotation tanks, all of that sort of thing would be there.
I'm gonna go there.
Yeah, all of the retreat related things will be there. Flotation tanks, meditation rooms, emptying suites, that sort of thing. And those are behind closed doors that you would be given access to at reception. And once you're in there, it's kind of, there are staff in there to let you into places. And if it's an emptying session, guide you through the emptying session. It's not like you don't get a pass that lets you into different places on your own. This is a pretty significantly staffed facility. You have arrived earlier in the day, so it's not full of other people as well. It's not full of other church members doing stuff, but the staff is still, it's a fully staffed environment. There is only really one entry doors, which is the reception. And the reception desk is staffed constantly to cater to the needs of any of the visitors who may arrive at any point in time. Is the community hub, like the communications hub for the entire complex. So the receptionist kind of speaks to everybody via the desk. And it's separated from the rest of the building by glass doors. So whether you're either going to the north wing or through into the main facility, there are doors that you are buzzed through from reception. The reception area is nice though.
I will change my advice about passes to be, you're going to need a good story to get into wherever you need to go, but you know the drill.
Let's do it.
And once you're here, you're here. Yeah, and there is also, you would be aware of, there is also a security office. And as you walk into reception, Spencer, you probably clock that immediately, which is behind the reception desk. There is a locked steel door, which you would clock as leading into the security office.
Mm-hmm.
But you are greeted as you walk across the patio and into the reception area. You are greeted by a young woman, who immediately looks up, smiles evenly at you, and says, "How may I make your day wonderful today?" It is a young woman named Mandy Solek, who Blake, you would definitely know. David, you've met before but don't remember.
What's her face? With the eyes.
One of the receptionists. You would recognize her as Mandy Solek.
Hi, Mandy. We're actually here. We need to set up a conversation. I'm here with Spencer, and I start to introduce the idea. And I pat her as much as I can to try and give the others a chance to slip away if they want.
Yeah. It sounds like it's pretty difficult
you would be here for the screening later. Yes, you're a little bit early, but I completely understand. Everybody is here to get prepared, I assume.
Actually hoping to set up a little chat before the screening, if that's all right.
Well, yes, we weren't expecting people till a little bit later, so if you'll just give me one moment, I'll buzz Mr. Steele. He may indeed have some interest in speaking to people who are here a little bit early. He did ask me to let him know if anybody did arrive prior, as you know, I think he's quite excited for this evening. So if you give me one moment, and she picks up the phone and makes a quiet call. You can I try and clock
if she hits a certain extension number or something like that?
Yeah, for sure. Spot hidden or psychology?
I'll go for psychology. Bonk. 46. So that's a success.
Sounds like she's talking to Steele.
Okay, perfect.
There is no hesitation. She didn't she very confidently hit what looked like the first button on the phone, which you would assume it'd be Steele.
Easy. Okay,
and there was no hesitation, and you can hear from the quiet conversation, you can hear each of your names. She does know each of your names, including yours, Amanda. You are all going to be on the guest list for tonight, so she's a very competent receptionist, so knows everybody who she is expected to greet today. And yes, that's perfectly fine. Thank you so much, Mr. Steele.
No worries.
Yes, just a moment. And hangs up the phone. Mr. Steele will be down in just a moment. You are most welcome to enjoy the facility prior to the screening. He will escort you himself. That's a great honor.
Oh, fantastic. All right. Terrific.
Um,
Well,
And there is kind of a beat where you can look at the interior of the reception area, which is all very nice and bright and white and well decorated with back issues of Variety and lots of church literature on all of the very stylish glass tables.
I was going to say, I'm going to go over and thumb through the pamphlets. And then, after a while, realize maybe this is evidence and start pushing the different copies of them into my pockets. So I just
Mr.
start taking
Ortega,
a stack of it.
we do have literature that you were able to, that we have a packet that we can give you if you've got friends who are interested in.
Friends,
Wow.
yeah.
Perfect.
As
Well, I'll
thorough
have
as
some
you have
sent
it.
to your room. Yes.
Now is there any chance you have a immediately accessible copy? I'm just hoping it's something to take notes on while we're touring the facility. Jot down, thoughts, ideas, space for improvement,
Of course. We love your enthusiasm. It's just wonderful, and hands over a little envelope within, like one of those kind of folding up cardboard ones that have stuff inside them. Yeah.
Ooh,
It's like pre-prepared, very, very slick, lots of bright pastel colors, really, really nice. And as she hands it over, the sliding doors leading into the original part of the building open, and a very well-dressed man walks out. Craig Steele, you would all recognize, who is he's pretty tall. He used to be a very very boyishly handsome wonderkind child actor. He's now about 60 years old, known for wearing the sunglasses indoors all the time, the button-up shirt with a couple of buttons too many opened, just that look. He's a lot of linen. His appeal as a teen idol kind of faded pretty quick, but luckily, he found the church, and the church found him. And it gives you a tight-lipped smile, one of those kind of put your teeth away smile. When you see somebody in the street who you recognize, but you don't really want to say hi, you put your teeth away. So it gives you kind of you're all pretty early, huh? That's all right. We like the enthusiasm. He does not take his sunglasses off.
We just wanted to have a quick chat beforehand, and a walk around. It's such a wonderful facility. How could we not take the opportunity to?
I will sort of. We're still in front of the reception, yeah.
Yes. And the doors behind him have slid shut.
Yeah.
Into the main building. I
will say, Mr. Steele, if you do have a moment, I have a matter I think you'd like to hear about personally.
Well, and he checks his watch. We have more than a moment. We have several hours, in fact. I'd love to get you all settled into your rooms. And David, it's wonderful to see you. And he comes over and shakes your hand pretty vigorously. Yeah.
Looking forward to the presentation. Good to see the film, up on the big screen.
How are you feeling, my boy?
Good. Yeah. No, I mean, nerves a little, sure.
Nerves.
I mean, everything that went down with Verity was, unfortunate. But
it's a shame to hear that. You're sounding a little burdened down, like a little full.
Oh, yeah, I mean, a little burdened, sure.
I'll tell you what, as our rising star, next big thing, how about a private emptying session with me, you and I?
Oh.
How does that sound? How does that sound, lad? How does... Well, improve your standing with the church greatly. What an honor. And Mandy at the reception behind you goes, oh, yes. What an honor.
Yes. I would love that. That sounds fantastic. Sure. Yeah, I'd really appreciate that. Thank you.
Let's get started immediately. Spencer. Vandy, let Spencer through to my office. You can wait there. We won't be long. This won't take terribly long. Mr. Ortega here is an old hand at this and knows exactly how it goes.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Most welcome to wait in the office, and I will be with you momentarily to discuss whatever it is that you would like to discuss.
You shortly.
Well, Mr. Steele, it would be a great honor if there's any chance I could sit in. It's not often that you get someone with as much talent and renown and as yourself to perform such a
Amanda,
procedure.
isn't it? It's Amanda,
Yes,
right?
yes, sir.
Yes, Amanda. Well, as I'm sure you're aware, Amanda, the emptying sessions are all extremely private. We deal with some very personal and heavy kind of things in there. And though I know our friend David here has absolutely nothing to hide, it's we have to maintain the privacy of these sessions. However, I would absolutely. Your enthusiasm brings me so much joy. Come with us. We can set you up in either a flotation room or a meditation room, and you can or an emptying session with somebody else. But I'd be happy to work with you myself. I'd be happy to work with you personally. Your contribution to this film is noted and appreciated. If you would like a session after Mr. Ortega here, we can absolutely arrange that for you.
That'd be great. Thank you.
Blake, and he comes over and gives you the swiftest handshake on earth.
Yep.
Kind of really light, quick.
I'll head with Spencer. We can wait for you in the office, right?
Oh, of course. Right. Alternatively, we have bedrooms here, and the screening will finish quite late if you would like to get comfortable.
I'm thinking that might give me a different position, a different place to snoop from. So I'll eye across to Spencer for a second, then nod and go, yeah, that maybe that's best. Spencer, you'll be fine without me, right? You don't need me.
Perhaps if your services are required, I'll call you. But no, I am
Sure. Okay, well that sounds
here
good
on
then.
business.
Great.
So nice to see everybody on the production getting along so well. Mandy set them up with a couple of rooms, with a room each. As the first to arrive, they'll get top pick, of course. There's a suite for Mr. Ortega, of course. Mr. Tavis, you were happy to hold on to the keys for everybody, yes?
Yeah, that sounds
great,
good.
wonderful. Doesn't really give you a chance to say yes or no specifically to say no. And Mandy slides some old-fashioned kind of turny keys with room numbers on them over to you, Blake.
Perfect.
Blake, if you take room 10, everybody will know where to find you after the emptying sessions and after our chat. Spencer, I won't be long at all, even with Amanda. You don't mind waiting, do you?
Not at all, sir.
Magnificent. Mandy? And he gestures to Spencer and Blake, and Mandy opens the doors into the main building. And you two with me, and leads you into the north wing.
Okay, we're in.
I will, as we go through, we'll say to Tavis, once you've gotten settled, maybe have a brief look around, but I would suggest that your presence in the meeting may not be untoward if spin is required.
Sure, I'll snoop in a towards that direction.
It would not be unreasonable, again, if I'm talking about a missing file, to have the contingency of, just in case this has gone somewhere it shouldn't, let's work on the possibility of what story you want to spin.
Yep.
Again, I am very much going to be leaning on the I am a helpful member of the church, relaying information that is relevant to you, sir, and you may want to know it.
Great, perfect.
And I will head in the direction of his office.
Yeah, let's sit with Spencer. Let's sit with Spencer first. You head towards the office. Is there anything you do when you're in there? He has given you just free access to it, really. He's pretty chill about it.
I am going to... I don't want to turn this place upside down by any stretch of the imagination. I do want to see if I clock, that there potentially is a file sitting around that I recognize. That would be unusual. Alternatively, any, what kind of storage? Does he have locked filing cabinets in here? And if so, how accessible are those? That kind of thing. So within the scope of how much time I think I have, again, not planning on trashing the place, but certainly having a bit of a look around while I have been given a look.
Okay.
I'm not going... On the off chance this place has got security cameras, I'm absolutely not going to attempt to lock, but I'm going to attempt to see if there's security cameras as well.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. Can you make me a spot hidden roll?
Yes, can.
There are security cameras. Given who you are and what your job is, you'd notice that these ones are a little different to the ones that were out in the main areas. They're just a different model. That's what you notice. There are security cameras, but they're slightly different to the ones that are in the main public areas or even in the hallway for the main building.
With that in mind, obviously, I'm not going to, again, go rifling through things, but do I see anything of interest, anything that catches my eye in the actual room without actually, like, opening drawers and looking at stuff?
You haven't been in Craig Steele's private office before, and you'd be aware, though, that it's the same one that Chandler, the creator of the church, used in his final years. So before his death, this was where he would have worked from, and you'd be aware of that. There is a oil painting of him on the wall, respectfully, wearing his military uniform. Chandler, the original creator of the church.
How long ago is this original creator? Is this like the 80s or is this like the 1890s?
This is. Hang on, let me grab.
Like it's a modern religion, is what I'm getting at. This dude isn't
very,
like.
It's very much a modern religion. Definitely a modern religion. This isn't like the 50s. Yeah, this is the 60s and 70s. I believe it was created in.
That tracks.
Chandler died when Musgrove took. Chandler died and then Musgrove took over, and this was in the late 80s, early 90s, around the celebrity era. So that's kind of it's a pretty modern religion. Very much based on kind of Zen Buddhism being empty kind of thing, and it has evolved over time from there. Chandler's office is furnished with antiques. Well, Steele's office now. It's furnished entirely in antiques, including a restored mahogany desk, a Persian rug, a large bronze statue of the Buddha. The walls are lined with bookshelves, so there's books everywhere. Lots of church publications at first glance, books about religion and philosophy, bunch of bound notebooks, like hand-filled notebooks, books whose titles you don't recognize as well. There's like a big oak cabinet in the corner of the room with a heavy steel lock on it, big steel lock on it, and a computer on Steele's desk. But nothing left kind of lying around.
Because I have been given permission to be in here, I am going to peruse some of the books. If the handwritten ones don't look like journals, I might, like, if they're sort of like older texts that have been handwritten and not like, or they are like, say, Chandler's journals. If they look like they are Steele's, I obviously won't go prying, but essentially I am curious about the books, and I don't think it's unreasonable that he's given me access. He's got a lot of books.
Yeah,
I'm just going to,
here.
idly open and flick through a couple as a kind of waiting exercise. At least that's what hopefully it looks like. But I am scanning the books to see kind of, if there's anything of interest.
They do look like, you pull out some of the notebooks. Some of the books are religious texts on things that you recognize. Some of the books seem to be religious texts on things that you've had no idea what they are and you've never ever heard of. Some of the notebooks do indeed look like they are Chandler's own writings on the philosophies of the church and the way that he built the religion and came to these revelations through his own search for emptiness and clarity. So yes, you found his notes.
I'm curious what the towards the end of the notes, what if there's any shift in tone, that kind of thing.
Can I get you to make me a
libraries?
Language arn.
Okay. I believe that the number on here should be my education, not base of. Don't know why it always does -20. That makes no sense.
That's weird.
Someone explain why that does that. All right, let's have a look. language? Sure, you can have 3 points of luck. That's silly.
Yeah.
So, yes,
You do speak your own language.
I do, in fact,
this
speak
is
my own
just-
language.
how much of it you read, basically. And these are chaotic. It looks like these notebooks have been stapled together with a mixture of like handwritten pages, typed pages, incomprehensible diagrams, clippings from other sources. It is really chaotic. It looks like Steele has put these together and attempted to create a kind of index and a summary, but these are chaotic. If you would like to continue to look through these and kind of figure out how to kind of try and parse them a bit better, that will probably take the rest of the time that you're in here. So if there's anything else that you would like to do while Steele is away, then perhaps not. But if you are happy to dedicate the time that you're waiting to these novels, well, not novels, these notebooks, you will be able to do so and make a little bit more sense of it.
Yeah. I again
Like, you
noting
can
the
read them,
security.
it's just that, yeah.
Well, I mean, I hope so. I
Yes.
will happily provide the 3 points of luck so I can do this.
Yes.
But yeah, the amount of time.
It'll take a bit of
Yeah,
time.
no, I am. Given that I know there are security cameras and it looks like anything of interest is going to have been locked away, and I'm not particularly interested in poking a bee's nest right this second. We do have, as he said, several hours. I am happy to.
You got time to
I
kill.
am going to make it look like I am idly perusing and
Yeah.
not studying deeply, which is probably why it's going to take me a little bit longer, because I want to make it look like I'm not, But yes, I will take the time to have a read through these and see if I can understand a little bit more of the psyche of the founder at the time that I assume this would be it.
Well, died.
Oh,
He died. There was a funeral.
oh,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Died. It just got old, died.
Okay. Yeah, I'm curious about the psyche of the guy
Yeah, of
towards
the guy who-
end, and like
Yeah.
the sort of
Because you know
a bit more
what?
of
He did.
ethos of the actual religion itself. 'cause
Yeah.
yeah.
He did.
I'm
He did
curious-
become more reclusive before the end, and he did hand over kind of the day-to-day running of the church to Musgrove before he died, and was quite reclusive at the end because he was working on this. He was working on making sense of Chandler's notes. So yeah, this is kind of an end-of-life activity for him.
I am as a long-time member and a fan of the church.
Yeah.
I'm curious for personal reasons. I'm also
Kind of excited for you.
curious for general, like, something feels off and I want to understand the ethos of the church so I can better understand what does not meet the ethos of the church and what might be like, what might be causing this sudden, unexpected shadow to lay long and low over the
church that has done so much for you and you in return. Blake, you're headed up to the rooms. Are you or are you not? The other
that is
thing
not, yes.
in this area is also the that you would know is the screening room.
Oh, well,
You're in
I
that part
gotta
of the
look at
building.
the
Yeah,
screening
definitely.
room. I can't not, if we're going past, I wanted to like check under the bed and look for traps and stuff like that, because I was convinced that they were gonna we'd open the door to our suite and there'd be a spike pit, kind of thing, like at that level. But no, I'll check for the screening room. Yeah, let's have a look.
Roll towards the screening room. There's not a lot of, there's some staff around. There's some cleaning staff. There is a couple of catering staff around, and you were offered refreshments 3 or 4 times in the 20 meters across the
Thank
floor
you.
to the screening room.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
no,
you.
Thank you. No. There are tables set up for later, where presumably there will be drinks and nibbles, as these things tend to have. But currently, you are the only person here. It is quite quiet and serene, and the deep pile of the carpet absorbs your footsteps, and you are able to head towards the screening room. You open the door, and it's a little theater. It's seats maybe 60 people in 6 rows of 10. Everybody's going to have a great view of this. It's quite a large screen, no expense spared.
Is
This
there
is the celebrity retreat after all.
is there a way up into the projection booth?
Yep, there sure is. That door's locked, but it's a pretty, this isn't like a steel security door or anything. This
Oh
is
my
just
god.
a door with a lock on it.
Can I try and get the door open?
How?
I get over to it and I try the
Give it a
keys that
wiggle.
I have. First of all, it would be silly not to.
No, Mandy did not accidentally
try, though.
or sneakily give you the skeleton key to the entire facility. No, unfortunately.
Oh, I think I got to do it. Can I try force the door? I look around and do I think I can do it quietly?
I don't know. Do you think you can do it quietly?
I don't.
There's nobody around.
The plush carpeting. We just went over it.
There are plush carpeting. This is a screening room. This is a theater, so it is designed to be quiet. There is nobody in here at the moment that you can tell.
Before I shove, I'm gonna try knocking.
Okay.
I knock
There's no
a few
answer.
times to make sure there's no one there.
Yeah, no answer.
All right, I try and shove the door.
Strength.
Here we go.
Hmm.
Getting on. You're getting on in years. Like it's.
Is this the
Alright.
kind of place that has like vibration sensors for anyone trying to knock down a door? Like how pinball machines and betting machines have like
thing.
You don't know.
jiggle sensors, tamper sensors, you know.
You're unsure about the tamper sense situation in the screening room. You're unsure about the jiggleability of the screening room. You can push this if you like. This will pushing the consequence of
think you
pushing it is
gotta.
it will make noise, and you might have to be swift. But yeah, the consequence of pushing it is you will make a lot of noise.
All right, let's go for it. I can't resist at this point. We're at the business end. I
You can
take a
spin your way
running
out of
start.
this.
I sprint at the door.
I have lockpicks. Just tell
And
me
you-
there's a locked
Hit it
door.
with your.
Oh, true.
Hit it with
yeah.
your shoulder.
Yeah, but you
Hit it with
don't
your
know
shoulder.
that.
Hit it really hard.
Here we go.
Nice.
Hey,
Attaboy.
success. Yeah.
Okay.
You give it just another bonk, like you throw your whole body weight against it instead of giving it a strategic push like before, and you hear the lock, this door or the wood around the lock splinters, and you're able to jiggle it open.
Excellent. I head into the projection room.
The projection room is very cramped. It's small. It's cramped. It's basically a cupboard, but the projection booth is it's little. It's dominated by 2 large film projectors, and a laptop that you're able to plug in something digitally. Metal shelves containing film canisters line the back wall of it, so you've kind of barely got enough space to kind of move around in here. But there are 2 large projectors and stacks and stacks of film. The projectors are not yet loaded.
Okay, can I start going through the film, see if I can find the right one? Library use check or something, maybe?
That'll be library use.
Okay, fantastic. This is good. I start muttering to myself, you've done it, Blake, you've saved the day again. Extreme
Oh,
success.
yes.
Great. Extreme
Nice.
success. Lovely. Yeah, it doesn't take you very long because it's done by date. And they're the newest ones, so they were right there. And you find the 2 rolls of film that make up the rough cut. And you can see very clearly on parts of it where things have been snipped in, where single frames have been stuck in to the physical roll of film.
I'm torn between just trashing the film now and like trying to get it to safety. But we need the proof, I think. So I'm not just going to start, I don't know, shoving celluloid into my mouth. That
was how you were going to destroy it? Okie dokie.
I'm under stress.
Eat it. Eat it.
That would probably kill
I'm
you.
stressed. I'm going to eat it. I mean, that's how I deal with stress, so that's reasonable. That's fine.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Just, I'm curious. Celluloid is quite flammable, isn't it?
What happens if you eat the Mythos film? I don't know.
Yeah, that's just
You
maybe
gain a
that's bad
D6
idea.
mythos skill.
But yeah, cellular
Stop
film, because of
chewing
the way
it.
it's treated, the way it's chemically treated, it is, yes. The answer to that is yes, it's
Because
flammable.
it's similar treatment to like film photography.
film,
and I have spent
and I mean, they're not,
slightly too many weeks in dark rooms, so
Yeah.
those chemicals are potent.
they're I mean, they're not still covered in the chemicals, but yes, the celluloid film is definitely flammable.
Okay, here's what I do. I take the film out. I
Not sure it's
swap
edible.
it. Oh, pardon me?
Not sure if it's edible, but it's definitely fun.
Yeah, we'll see. I take the film out. I think about eating it. I don't eat it. I put it into a different film canister from like years ago, right? I put the film from years ago into the new film canister. I shut the whole thing. Then I take the actual films and like put them stealth them as best as I can on my person, and I make for the rooms and try to get the hell out.
Okay,
Come save
noted.
me.
Let's jump over to Amanda and David. You are in the newer section of the building now, where it is all calming, pastel colors, pastel greens, pastel blues, nothing too offensive. There is a sandalwood smell throughout. You occasionally spot some incense burning.
I'm already second guessing.
It's the
my
nicest
doubts.
spa. It is
I'm
the
like,
nicest spa.
Maybe this place is good. Maybe
It's pretty.
Maybe
It's
I'm
pretty
wrong.
slick, man.
Maybe
It's pretty slick.
maybe I do just come
Floors
back in
are
the
all
fold.
Actual marble. It's there's none of this engineered stone stuff. Nobody's getting silicosis from this building. It's beautiful, calming. There is a faint kind of music piped through. It's
This is
nice.
nice.
It's really nice.
It's got big day spa vibes.
Oh, yeah.
Like
The
real
nicest.
expensive day spa.
Oh yeah. The most expensive day spa you've ever been to. This
Like,
is like way
do they
better
have,
than
like,
Dalesford.
Really fancy Shakti mats.
Oh yeah, it's just beautiful. And there's some tasteful art on the walls of Buddhist inspired
Not
kind
too
of
tasteful.
things. It's modern and minimalist but if you were a student of the church, you can recognize it's all designed to help you empty your mind and reach that state of with no woe, entirely free from woe. And it still kind of strides through. He basically lives here now, so doesn't really take note of it, but takes note of the both of you. Yes, it's been a you've never been here, Amanda, have you? You wouldn't have been here before at all, would you?
No. It's overwhelming almost. I mean, overwhelming sense of calm. I can tell already. It's really it's something. It's quite a place you got here.
Oh yeah, an emptying session here is it's a lot different. It's a lot different to the ones at headquarters. I can tell you that. David, this is us, and stops at a door. Just a
Okay. All right.
normal
Well,
light stuck in a door.
Amanda, I'll see you shortly. You stay close with that coffee. Don't want you wandering off. Don't want to be trapped here alone without my coffee. I'm gonna need it. I'm gonna need it soon.
Now,
I'm gonna.
Amanda, welcome
I
to
get
the
real caffeine
flotation
kick.
tanks.
Real caffeine kick. Yeah.
You are as he's opening the door, as Steele's opening the door to the emptying suite. Says to you, Amanda, you're welcome to the flotation tanks and meditation spaces, or the couches out here if you do just want to sit and enjoy the atmosphere. Each suite, if you go down to the end there, the staff here will be more than happy to accommodate you with anything you need. By all means.
These
I'll be
doors
with you
are.
in just a moment.
These
I
doors
would
are
like
thick.
I would like to attempt something only somewhat retroactively. I don't think it's too retroactive. I'm a journalist. I do interviews. I've been working as a production assistant in a film
You have.
set. What are the odds I have slipped a wireless microphone into David's pocket?
I also have the disguise set up for it.
You have the disguise set up for you. Were not sitting in the back with him.
Oh,
But
we
if
met
you give me a
earlier.
sleight of
Here.
hand,
Hmm.
I would have been
Give me
willing
a
to
sleight of
do
hand.
it, so I think this
Yeah.
is like retroactive and hiding.
give me a sleight of hand. Give me a sleight of hand with a bonus dice to see if you can have slipped it to him without. And this is just without Spencer and
As we do it
without-
now, as I
without
have
your
you
companions noticing.
give me only the pink starbursts, you can also try and palm me them.
Fantastic.
Yes, you've taken all the pink starbursts out of the packet, but you can have a bonus dice for it.
Hey.
God, I love
That's all I
sleight of
needed.
hand. What a skill.
24.
That's what you needed.
Unless
You
I'm
have a
worried about
microphone.
having a hard.
Are you
I'm not
worried about having a
hard. Oh, am I?
I don't know. Are you?
No. Well, yeah, a little bit.
And now
No,
I
I'll
have-
be
That's
fine.
so much luck, Jackson.
It's 9 points of luck, and I've got 39, and I feel like,
doing fine.
yeah, this is, it'll be fine.
Should be right.
I'll keep the luck. This is exactly where I was at the end of our live PAX game. I had 39 points of luck, and I failed the last roll by 40.
That's
Oh,
right, you did.
Good times. So yeah, just
Yeah.
looking at that number, I feel like I think I should just keep that. It's got a terrible sense I'm going to need all of those 39 points. So that's the plan. But once the door is closed, I'll try to like sneak away and put some earbuds in and listen in.
Live transmission, we love to hear it. Absolutely. You can absolutely do that. There is a meditation room across the hall, and you can meditate in there.
Fantastic.
All right. And David, you and Steele head into the emptying suite. It is a nice kind of, it looks like a psychiatrist's office. You know, there is a table with a little sleek little recording device on it that is, you know, the church keeps your transcribes them all, so it's like a little transcription device thing to make sure that, you know, you have records of your progress with the church. There are comfortable chairs. There's kind of an officey style chair that Steele sits himself down in and gets comfortable in, and a very plush, nice armchair for you on the other side of the table.
Nice.
Yeah, there's, you know, it's an enclosed space, and Steele closes the door behind the two of you. Clicks the lock closed, and joins you. David. David.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just feeling a little bit full, aren't you? It's making it a little bit difficult for you to operate with efficiency this woe, which is understandable. It's been a lot.
It's been a
lot, hasn't it?
Been a busy production. I mean, you know, I really took that role and ran with it, you know. I mean, what was available to me, and I mean, then just this Verity and everything. Just it's, you know, it's been a lot.
Yes. You have spoken with Verity recently, I believe. Yes.
Yeah, yes. I saw her just the other day. Well, I mean, you'd of course this whole like the police interviews and like coming to my house and like, did you kill her? You know, like that was a lot. So I was excited to see her. I was excited that, you know, put that behind me, because that was pretty bad. That was not great. Not great.
Filling you up with a little bit of extra woe, I imagine. What did you think about her disappearance when she first went missing? What did you think about that?
Well, when she first went missing, I didn't really pay it much mind. I understand her filming at Wrapped. I just figured she was, you know, off gallivanting or other events or something. But really, it was when the detectives came for the third or fourth time, and they started, you know, throwing around words, legal charges. You know, that was probably when it started really getting through. I did see her though. I did see her just the other day. Yeah, I actually wanted to talk about that a little bit.
Was it up close and personal, really, or was it more of a distance?
It was pretty up close and personal. I saw her in a trailer.
Did you notice anything? What did you notice about her?
Oh, well, she wasn't. She wasn't thrilled about the most recent events. You know, it sounds like maybe she'd been. Most recent events?
Well, sorry, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know how closely you've been involved with the film production, but it seems the director has made some interesting creative choices, and Verity was not completely satisfied with them. I don't know if you've gotten a chance to review the final cut, but I think James might have taken some liberties with the film.
Yes. He's doing his best, isn't he? But how best isn't always enough. But you didn't notice anything about her other than her distress?
Well, and I think she was hurt as part of the filming. She was
hurt, was she? Oh no.
You didn't know about this? This was just James?
I know the script and I know the shots, but it pains me to hear that. What makes you think that Verity was hurt?
I shift slightly, pushing my left chest forward so that the microphone gets as good a reading as possible, and I say, we saw evidence of she was like cut. He'd sliced into her. She was very
dear.
badly hurt. Yeah, was this signed off on? Is this something the church wanted in the film? I mean, I don't pretend to understand it, but truth told, I don't pretend to understand much.
That's what I always liked about you, David. You know what you're about.
Yeah, I am. And what I'm about is a few steps short of scarification and snuff films, you know?
Snuff films, right. You're sitting fairly close to Steel
Yeah.
at this point. Can you make me either a spot hidden or spot hidden? No, just give me spot hidden.
Okay. It's warm in here, isn't it? Like, I'm really stuffy. These doors are thick. I can't even really hear the people outside. Is kind of, fun. Success.
He's still wearing his sunglasses.
Mark too.
But as he's been talking, when he speaks, he's kind of trying to keep his mouth shut, but you've noticed that his teeth, they're clearly false teeth. He's clearly wearing false teeth, and you haven't, normally when people speak, even if they're trying to keep their mouth really shut, you can sort of see their tongue moving in their mouth. There's none of that. It's every time he opens his mouth, you're kind of fixating a little bit closer and a little bit closer, and there is something wrong with his mouth, in the same way there's been something wrong with a few people who you've encountered in the last few days. Can you make me a sanity roll?
Okay.
Uh-oh.
As it appears he does not have a tongue.
That's good.
Aw.
Oh.
You're good. You're fine.
Nuts.
Yeah. You're still gonna take a tickle. You're still gonna take 1 point of sanity,
No.
because that can't possibly be right.
No,
But
it's bad.
that's what you're seeing, but you can't possibly be right. But you know what? Hollywood people do weird plastic surgery stuff all the time, I guess.
Or it's special effects. You can do everything with CGI these days.
But they didn't
Yeah,
impose
exactly.
in my eyes. They didn't
Yeah,
pray.
exactly.
We'll do it before the cameras
Exactly.
start rolling.
Get it?
Yeah, you're all good. So as you're kind of zoning in on Craig Steele's mouth, you're zoning out of the conversation a little bit, potentially.
Yeah.
And the last thing that you kind of hear Craig say to you is, now, David, we've been working on some brand new techniques to help people become empty, truly empty, without years and years of study and practice. It sounds to me like you were quite full of woe, and as somebody who has done so much for the church with this film, would you like to try one of these new techniques? Would you like to become empty today?
Well,
No more woe, ever.
I'm just not sure I know what that entails. Is there a hypnotic effect or anything happening at this point, or am I still in control of David's actions?
Still in control.
Okay.
You're still in control of David's actions. I don't know how much David is
David does not
still
want to do this.
talking about the church. Yeah, I mean, your experience with Verity was a little concerning.
Yeah, no, that was cooked as hell, and this dude's some kind of wizard. As he's talking, I'll say, sure. I'm interested. I'd like to complete this. I'd like to return to how things were. I wanna be rich and famous, and I want the church to want that too. Is this something that we do now?
Oh, absolutely, yes.
And what
You could be empty of all woe within the hour.
Sure. Well, sure. I I think that sounds interesting. Just you and
Wonderful.
I, and just here.
Just you and I. No, not here. We have to. There is a different space for that. These rooms are fantastic for these kind of sessions, but these new techniques require a different kind of space. Come with me, and he stands up and
I'll just need to
gestures
get
over
my.
to the door.
I'll just need to get my coffee.
Oh, that's all right. We'll have a fresh one sent in for you.
Oh, I just. Okay. All right. As we walk, then, if we're dodging Amanda intentionally, I'm going to verbally say where I'm going. I'll be like, okay, I'm just talking. I'm noting the architecture so that Amanda listening in
just go down to
knows
the end
where
of the
I'm
hall.
going. Yeah.
Yeah, Craig just opens the door of the emptying suite and will lead you down to the end of the hall to another door that looked exactly like the door of the emptying suite.
I eat a Starburst and I drop the wrapper out the front of the door.
Wait, so was
You
that
hear the crackling in your ear, Amanda.
was that not the emptying room? Was that
That was an emptying suite, so that was an emptying session.
an emptying session?
Mm-hmm. Insofar
Okay.
as, yeah, I mean, you've had an emptying session before, Amanda. They very much just kind of asking you questions about things that may be bringing you woe and
Yeah.
talking to you about
Mind
how to let them go. And it seems as though they have a new technique for helping you let things go, and that is where David is.
Gotcha.
It's
Going.
therapeutic.
They're about to put an
alien in
Yes,
my
whole
brain.
life.
Yes, he's going to let things go.
That didn't strike me as too bad.
No,
just a
it seems
chat.
fine actually. Yeah, it's
Maybe
kind
it's
of
worse if you're there.
kind of like pop psychology. You think? I mean, you're pretty skeptical on it in general, and to you, it just sounds like, oh, okay, this is like a, this is like a psych thing. This is a
That's it.
pop psychology. It's basically just because really, especially focusing on celebrities and that sort of thing. What kind of problems do these people really have? Like, honestly, it's very much like a, oh no, I don't like my haircut kind of thing, or I'm not,
Okay, well, it's not.
I only made $30 million this year, not 50. So
These
you
are
know,
valid concerns. I
Yeah,
going
it's
through my notes.
you're pretty skeptical of it at this. Like,
Yeah.
you remain skeptical, Amanda.
I
you
do.
started skeptical. You remain skeptical. It sounds like a load of horse shit, actually.
But I also
but
remain
now-
within range of the
Yeah.
Microphone, so I can continue to hear about this new technique,
Yeah, these new techniques. This
which
could
is
be
hopefully a bit
interesting because
spicier.
That was dull.
I hope it isn't. I hope it's less spicy.
Yeah. And you were led now, David, into a door opens into a room that's dark. And
Dang.
Steele gestures for you to head in first. Just as he's kind of like feeling around for the light switch. Just go on in. You can
Sure.
make out there's there's a table in there and in the shadows.
I walk in and while we're in the dark and feeling along, my right hand will remove the scissors from my pocket and clutch them in my fist.
The
and keep them out of sight.
At the same time, the door clicks behind you, clicks closed and locked behind you. The lights come on, and you are in a bright white operating theater
Hell yeah.
with a surgical table in the middle of the room, 2 security guards on either
Oh,
side
God.
of the table, and what looks like a doctor in scrubs
Hell yes.
awaiting your arrival.
Yes. I
Takes
He's
the
putting on a
emptying
paper
very
mask.
literally.
I
As you
scream
arrive.
and try and run back through the door. I'm not doing this shit. Get me the fuck out of here.
Craig is between you and the door.
I rush for it. I try to shove him out of the way.
You try and shove him out of the way, and you make contact with Steele. And as you do,
You're crazy. I'm not gonna go
His-
through with this. I'm not gonna let you
You're-
do what you did to Verity.
trying-
Let me the fuck out of here, you
try
fucking.
to grab him, and it's like as you grab him and push him, his feet stay where they are, but the rest of his body kind of wobbles around. It's almost like he's an overinflated balloon of a person. Like he doesn't. He's a bit squishy.
What the fuck's
In
wrong
ways
with
that he
you?
should not be like squishy. You can't really like moving him out of the way. Then this close, you can see behind the sunglasses, and if he had no tongue, he's got no eyes either, and there is nothing there but a spinning void. And I need another sanity roll from you, Mr.
Come on,
Ortega.
fail, David. Look, that.
Verity was wearing sunglasses in the caravan too, wasn't she?
Oh,
Yeah,
yes,
she
she was.
was.
She
Oh,
sure
I
was. She did not
failed.
she scrambled for those. And you're going to roll me a d8, please.
Yes, now we're cooking. Big numbers. Big numbers. Big numbers. Big numbers. Big numbers.
Big numbers, no whammy.
That's a large number.
That's a
I'm
large.
getting my
numero.
scissors out.
You were reaching for the scissors, so you have got scissors in your hand, in your pocket. Yeah, roll me the intelligence check, Pelez.
I'm not quite at in depth because we would have reset over the night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm just shy. Oh, what am I doing? Sorry, intelligence. Come on, you silly sack. Realize what's going on. Oh, okay.
Nope.
But it's still bad. You're still getting about at those numbers.
No, I failed. I'm
No,
not
actually,
I'm not
no,
indefinite.
no,
What it
you're
does,
not
I will
indefinite.
have like an involuntary action, so I might drop the
Yes.
scissors as this happens. Like I scream, drop the scissors, and scramble
It's bad,
back.
man.
Yeah.
It's bad, dude. It sucks.
This
sucks.
I hate it here.
And you scramble back into the warm embrace of a security guard.
Oh.
And do I get
One of the two
chloroformed?
security guards. You're getting bear hugged at the moment, and if you would like to try and beat your way out of this, we can absolutely.
I would
you
love
that
to
option.
try. I also, as a player, am very enthusiastic about being cut open and have an alien put. So, can I make a roll and then hopefully fail?
I mean, you can absolutely make a roll and hopefully fail. This is just this is
Yeah,
three
yeah.
against one
David
at this
does
point.
everything in his mouth. I scream. This is awful. I try and need this
Oh,
guy.
you're hearing this, Amanda. You're absolutely hearing him
I
screaming.
race.
Fantastic.
I also probably yell, Amanda, they're gonna cut me open. You have to get the others. I'm gonna compromise all this. Yes.
Yeah,
Get me on that table.
Finally breaking the trend of David's character surviving despite everything
Oh,
he can possibly
turn me into an
do.
alien.
look. It's yeah, with two security guards, steel, not even needing to move from the door, and a failed brawl, you are manhandled onto the operating table.
I also, as I'm going, I'm yelling at them. I won't let you do what you did to Verity. You have to let me go. I'm a famous person. I also have no scruples, and I will immediately try and throw other people under the bus. I start yelling,
Oh.
Blake's gonna get me out of this. We'll leak information. Amanda's on the other side. She's with the press. She promised me.
Alright.
Amanda, you have to let me out. I'll tell you anything. Don't do this to me. Do it to them. Take Amanda. Make her empty. I've been loyal to the church. This shouldn't be happening to me.
Hear that and sprint.
Yeah, as you were being
I will also
the
just
table,
lie. I'll make
your
stuff up.
clothes are being removed. You were being stricken. There's a point where the recorder flies out of your pocket.
It's all on
And
tape.
Amanda,
I'll put
yeah,
you
you
away.
can hear all of this happening. You can hear people being thrown under the bus.
Oh no.
I'm gonna run. I'm gonna get
In
out of
the-
here.
In
You're leaving
the
him.
operating theater, David Steele looks down at the recorder, picks it up, and puts it on the table next to your head.
I'm not going to record anything else. I
Um,
swear to God, I'm never going to tell anyone anything like that.
As you were you were restrained onto the operating table, and a man wearing scrubs, a paper mask, and holding a scalpel approaches you.
No.
Oh
Both
god.
the surgeon and Steele pray quietly for a moment.
Come on. Come
You
on, I
can
don't
hear the
need this.
words, but they make no sense to you. They don't seem to be in English.
I don't want this.
The surgeon raises his very sharp scalpel, and your face turned towards the recorder. Your back exposed. The process of skinning you alive begins. There is no anesthetic. The only drugs you are provided during this process are designed to keep you conscious, and no painkillers. And Amanda, you can hear the screams unless you take your earphones out as you hurtle out of the meditating room. You can hear the screams. Beneath the screams, you can hear the sound of the ocean and the tearing of flesh. But mostly all you can hear is the screams.
Oh, I mean, I'm not
Am I gonna need a
responsible for
sanity roll?
this.
Yeah, that needs a sanity roll from Amanda.
Oh god.
He had it coming.
Seemed like a dick. Should have thrown me under the bus.
Yeah.
David, I've shared something with you.
Oh, have you? Hell yeah.
I've handed handout Space 2 for you.
Got it.
Ooh.
Have a read of that
Oh. Hell yeah. All right, noted.
and enjoy. Have a read
Thank
of that
you.
and
I
enjoy.
appreciate it. Thank you, Alex.
What does it say? You're dead?
And,
Says I'm allowed to
we
go
We
home.
might exit the operating theater for a moment before things get too visceral in there, if they have not already. I think we want to go back. I think Amanda, we need to resolve what's going on with you at the moment.
Cool.
That's you've taken a sprint, yeah. You're taking it. You're trying to get out of here. Cool.
Yeah. What do I need from here? I mean, okay. Here's what Amanda's thinking. Amanda had the notes from Woodward, which said
Yes.
that in essence, the film is going to, when they show the film, it's going to break people's brains or whatever, something like that.
The notes that you've received, that seems to be
Yeah, I shall
Woodward's
review my
thinking.
notes.
Whether or not
There's-
you believe that one, I believe you have handout 4.
I do. I'm
Is the
looking
one
at
that
it right
has your
now.
notes?
Steele and Woodward believe that watching the film will bring viewer into direct contact with an intelligence from the space between the stars.
Yeah.
But how much evidence has Amanda seen of that? Well, she's only lost 2 points to sanity. She didn't get sucked into the editing room. She thinks these people are crazy and they're killing people over their beliefs. But is there such a thing as a space between the stars that you can put in a movie? I don't know. I think she's got everything she needs from the recording she's just made. I think it's time to make an exit. So she's going to try to get out of
Make
here.
an exit? Yeah.
I
Great.
don't know.
Also got a fair chunk of evidence of me being tortured. Like that's a
Yeah.
story.
That's right. I think that was the button. I think we've arrived.
Yeah, I mean the evidence of you being of David being tortured. Unfortunately, you will very quickly get out of range with your
That's fine.
earbuds.
Hmm.
And if it's in the recorder is still in the operating theater with him.
Oh no! The microphone is just a microphone. It just transmits, and then I've got the recorder.
You've got the receiver, yeah,
and the
okay. Yep,
recorder,
and that's
which I was
recording it as it
monitoring.
gets it. Okay, yep,
That's
great.
right. So yeah, I'm not recording anymore, but I've recorded everything up to this point. And yeah, David was kind enough to drop my name. And
Yes,
that
he
just means
was.
I think
Like
I got to
a
get
lot.
out of town. I think I got to get out of town.
Fortunately, I couldn't
Yeah,
remember your
you gotta
surname.
run.
I was just yelling
Oh
Amanda.
yeah, it could have been any Amanda. It could have been Mandy at the front desk.
Yeah,
Who knows?
Mandy. What? You're the
Being dragged
freaking
back,
the
going,
woman, the
"No,
woman with my
no."
coffee outside. Come on, what's her name? Kill
What
her.
about my coffee? Yeah. Yeah, so you barrel on out of that room. Is there a moment when you look towards the crumpled up pink Starburst wrapper on the ground outside the operating theater door?
Or did you tread on it?
I think
It's
hard
the other
success
way.
and the
To
sanity.
the right.
It
To the right.
really is like these
Is your
people brought
Starburst
them
door.
onto themselves.
Yeah, and to the left of the sliding glass doors that lead you back out into the reception.
I choose life.
You choose life.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are the sliding glass doors leading you out into reception. There are some of the meditation rooms here do have windows in them also, just so you know as well.
Oh
You
yeah,
have-
but meditation.
There's only one door.
Means secured. I'm going to get out the way I came in. That's
You're
the most,
going out
that's
the front door.
Yeah, unless it's like fire exits. Surely they
I mean, you would
do they
assume
follow
they'd
the
have
building
to
code?
be... Yeah, they follow the building code. That's they do everything by the book.
Right. In that case,
Are you
Yeah,
walking
to be
calmly or are
honest-
you piss bolting?
or I'm going to power walk until I see another human, and then I'm inclined to piss bolt.
You see another human pretty quickly,
Piss bolt.
because as soon as you hit those sliding doors and they open up, there's a security guard on the other side.
Oh, but I'm quick.
You are
I
quick.
assume.
You are
Go,
quick.
go,
Not that
go.
quick.
I hope you're quick.
55. I'm not quick.
You're not quick. What's your dodge looking like? Because he's gonna make a grab for you.
57. For some reason, 57. Interesting number.
It's weird.
I'm gonna
That's
need those
interesting.
2 extra points.
Yeah, you might. You might.
Roll
In fact,
exactly
no.
50.
Well, you saved your 9 luck.
Broken ankles.
Nice.
Should I roll first?
Yeah. Give me a dodge. He's gonna make a grab for you.
That's
Oh, nice.
That's
This
success.
seems like
Now,
a
where's
good
my
time.
No.
Well, okay, so
Where's
he
my
needs an
man?
extreme to grab
where's my
me.
buddy? Yeah.
I think I'm
Let me
inclined
find
to
my
spend
buddy.
the luck now to get my extreme,
Yeah.
so that he can't grab me, unless he
Great.
crits.
I love not having to roll. That's fantastic.
Oh no, he can still crit and grab me.
Yeah, I can still
100
crit.
chance.
And it looks like
Spending your luck.
No.
Nice. Yep.
Yeah.
Luck is spent anyway.
Yes, luck is spent either way. But you know what? It's worth it because this guy was not expecting you to be ready for him. He was thinking that this was going to be the ambush of Amanda. It is not. Straight under the arm. You can even kind of you get a throwaway line like in the movies if you want, or you can just run.
I stop for a moment to think of one, and nothing comes out. I go, and
Can
then
I
run.
make a
And
pitch?
you're gone.
Oh, by all means.
I know you guys are meant to be empty, but you're all full of shit.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
come back,
But-
do another lap, run past him again.
Yeah, like you have to run past the window and you can kind of just yell it
No,
back in the
no,
window.
What?
Amanda is
Yeah,
a
you-
writer, not an improv.
You'll put
So
that-
that's going to get into the book
And
after
write that
several
you saw.
drafts.
Oh, yeah,
but
yes,
I don't think it
exactly.
comes out on the fly.
If she's a good writer, it won't get in the book.
Well, we don't know. We don't know what kind of a writer Amanda is. We'll see. She's okay.
That's it. All right, good. So
Mandy, as you reach the doors, however, this security guard was ready for you. Mandy is not smiling anymore. Mandy has a pistol raised.
Mandy's
Oh,
got
God.
a gun. Jesus Christ.
Mandy has a gun. Mandy is firing the gun
Here we go.
at whom?
at
Oh,
you.
exactly.
Oh,
Yes,
right on
yes.
the dome.
Heck. All right.
Mandy,
So
you
I can dodge that and lose a turn, I think is the rule.
You can throw
Right.
yourself sideways to apply a penalty die, so it might still hit.
Oh, yeah.
Otherwise, you're just taking 5 flat damage. If it's not a major wound for you, mechanically, you might just want to bolt because
Eat the bullet.
eat the bullet and go. Otherwise, you're losing a turn. The security guard will get another shot to pin you, etc.
Absolutely a major wound. So thank you for rolling that in advance, Alex. Give me the extra information. I need to dodge that.
You do.
Or you can, you know,
I get the
Otherwise, you can
and
try and tank it by
hope-
making a constitution roll and
Yeah.
just hope it's just
I
Yeah.
don't like.
But I will
taking it.
happily take the penalty on that.
Excellent.
Because you would have, and I'm happy to, like, you saw her with the gun when you ran. So.
You have that penalty roll, and I'll get out of here.
That makes it a fail. There you go.
All right.
You,
So
the
miss,
shot
um,
slams into
You do-
the front door.
You do lose your turn though for doing that.
Yeah.
So.
So I'm slowed down, but I'm still going to
You're
keep on
slowed
trying
down.
to get out of here.
You're still getting out of here, but
Keep on
you are
trucking.
slowed down. You've had to like detour around the couches to avoid being fucking
Excellent.
shot.
And I
So you
will-
were still at the doors, I'd say, still in the building. And gee,
I'm
how were
hoping
they
that
so
the-
ready for you? Why were they so ready for you, Amanda? Blake, as you exit the room, the screening room,
I stopped to grab one of those handfuls of food that were on offer before.
you don't need to. You don't get a chance because it's a similar thing. As soon as the door opens, there are security. Spencer looked around for security cameras. You didn't.
Ah, good.
You were not heard, but you were spotted the whole time. The whole
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
Okay.
Unfortunately. So there is a security guard standing at the door of the.
Can I destroy the film?
Looking at you with the film in your hands.
Can I rip it open and start just ripping shit up?
It's celluloid film.
Eat it.
Ripping shit up is a little challenging.
I think I try. I might have no success. I'm very
think
happy to just be like
Your speed here, I
kind of-
think we're gonna have to. I think this is where we go to dexterity order,
Sure.
including you, Spencer. Although you were quite deep within that book, but we'll get to that.
When the bullets start flying, perhaps it'll be different.
If you just want flat dexterity, my dexterity is 65.
Yeah, we'll go initiative.
I am at 70.
I send it to the turn track.
I am
It'll
coming
get
up,
there.
coming up.
Oh, Blake.
You want mine, Alex? Do you need my initiative? Dexterity?
No, I don't. No, I don't.
I was
no,
gonna
I really
maybe
don't.
just slide it on in here in case, like, maybe something happens.
No, I don't. I don't
Okay,
need yours,
alright,
Dave.
okay,
Sorry, I don't need yours.
okay.
I don't need yours at all. You're fine. You're good. It's good.
Cool.
Not Mandy, so I didn't want Mandy. Oh, I do want Mandy, actually. Yes, Mandy's still in play. Mandy's still got a gun.
Jesus.
I want this. Okay. They're not quick. They're not used to bad things happening at the celebrity retreat. Blake, you do in fact get a chance to eat the film if you would like to eat the film.
You know what? Actually, I think that's a bit metagamey. I don't know that the film is cursed. I've seen some weird stuff, but as far as I'm aware, because we didn't see the handout, I still probably want this as evidence. I don't think I try. I think I try and run. I try.
Yeah.
I try and burst past this guy and get away.
Yep. Okay. Sure. Let's. Where he's gonna try and brawl with you. So do me a dodge him.
Could I? You want to dodge? Could I make a fighting brawl to just resist?
You can make a fighting brawl. Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. All right, coming up, fighting brawl. As soon as I find my buttons, which I have somehow, here we go. Bonk, success, and I will burn a couple of points to bring that to a hard.
Great, which you needed.
Oh, good stuff. Okay, very lucky there. All right, yeah. So success on my part.
Great, you are off. You have shouldered him out of the way. He's bounced off kind of the wall, and he's in pursuit. But it's taken him a second to kind of get himself together.
I will be yelling at the top of my lungs too. If there's any way Spencer hears me, it's go, there, yeah, the full bit.
The full bit.
I don't name names though because I haven't. But my sanity hasn't broken.
Because you haven't been sliced into yet.
Not yet.
Yeah. Spencer, you have been reading this. You've been reading these notebooks for a little while now, 20, 30 minutes, I'd say, which is not nothing given the content of this collection of notes is, how do I put this? Deeply fucked. Deeply fucked up. And the more that you read it, the more you're just like, oh, I hate all of this. Or you start to begin to understand things. So I'm gonna get you to give me another sanity roll. You've succeeded. You're still gonna take 2 points. You're still gonna take a tickle from this because you're beginning to understand.
Do I get those 2 points as Cthulhu Mythos?
You are going to get a +2 for Cthulhu Mythos, yeah.
Hell yeah.
+2 initial rating. You're gonna get more if you get out of this alive and take it with you. Spencer can be the only one who ends up with Mythos knowledge, because you didn't get the information that Amanda got, where that this is what they believe is going to happen with the film. But from reading these notes, this church is more than the Church of Sunyata is. You knew it was real. You believed. You've always believed. But now you believe and you understand. And Spencer, I don't know if it's worse or if it's better for you. If how this makes you feel about the church, that may change things. Because from what you've read, becoming empty gives you access to a space between the stars, and there are gods there. And it seems like they might be real. Anyway, you hear a little bit of screaming out in the corridor.
Maybe a gunshot or two?
Gunshot or two. Just the one at the moment.
I'm security, so I would like to pocket what I'm assuming it's not a big thing.
It's like one of the later, you went through and you found the latest ones, so it's the ones at the end, there are diagrams, notes.
Yep, I'll pocket that one. And I'm going to step out into the hall. In the, there is a security issue going on.
Mm-hmm.
I am a member of security.
Yep.
So I'm going to step out in the hall with all of the attitude of what's going on? How do I stop it?
Understood.
Yep. The office, Steele's office, is further down the end, so you're kind of away from the front doors. You're probably a little bit closer to where you probably do actually get a pretty good look of Blake bodying a security guard, arms full of
Hell yeah.
film, and Pierce bolting towards the entrance, which your eyes would follow, and you would catch Amanda vaulting over the back of a couch, a bullet lodged in the wall behind her,
Oh my god.
and hurtling now towards the front door. Your turn where you're at, because you don't have your gun, you would be taking your turn to get closer to anywhere that is things happening.
Where is the like fire exit?
I'd say the fire exit is back at the end where you are. You'd want it at the other side of the space to the main doors. So it is kind of a little bit further along to where you are. You were probably the doorway where you are. There is stairs opposite, which lead up to the second level with all the bedrooms, and behind the stairs is your security exit door.
Right.
Do not leave ajar.
Yeah. Does it look like anyone was coming for me, or am I kind of still being left to my own devices?
Didn't seem like anybody was coming to you, no.
Okay. I'm gonna make my way towards the back door, and if I'm stopped by anyone, the instructions I'm going to bark are delay them. I'm gonna cut them off from the front and essentially like go to move around from the back to kind of get myself outside to ostensibly stop anyone exiting from the other side of the front door.
That door is alarmed.
Oh.
But that's fine. The alarm can go. The alarm can go off.
There's gunshots
there have been a
firing.
gunshot.
Yeah.
Like,
Those
again,
seismographs are going to be
the
going
alarm
off.
goes off.
If the alarm goes off and anyone tries to stop me, what I'm telling them is get people to get them. I'm cutting them off from the front.
Yeah. The security guard, bodied by Blake, does turn around at the sound of the alarm, looks at you, looks back at Blake. The man has a choice to make. Where are we?
I am going to lie my way through this if I have to, as I'm on your side up until the point that I don't.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. The security guard is not next, so that is not a choice you have to make right now. Amanda?
Yeah,
You are next, but I believe your turn is getting back to the
Go
doors.
fast.
it's true. Yeah. I
Getting
feel
back
like
to the doors and
I feel like
running.
I've had a good go. That's
I
fine.
may,
Yeah.
as Amanda is standing, seeing the situation, I would probably yell, "Where's Blake?" Sorry, no, I am Blake.
David.
Where's Dave?
Where's
I'm
Dave?
here. Where's
Yeah.
Blake? Sorry.
Where's
Where's
Dave?
my
Where's
boy?
Where's Dave? Where is Dave?
My
That's
brain
weird.
went, here, Dave. No, what's the character name? And then character
yeah.
name, it was inserted as Blake
It's
because that's
efficient.
my character name. So,
Yeah, things have truly gone to shit. Hey, yeah. So Amanda, you're getting towards the doors. There was a shout from Blake.
Long gone.
Very
I
sympathetic.
don't have. I don't have any inclination
Yeah.
to answer questions at this stage on
No,
advice and
no, you
counsel.
don't.
I'd like to invoke my right to remain silent.
Yeah, and that's probably smart. You've got other things to worry about, like the fact that
Like the
Mandy
gun.
is going to try and shoot you again.
That's right.
I'm ready for
She's
Mandy.
just
I've swapped teams.
Yes. Yeah. You can.
We know.
That
was
you
given.
can try and dodge out of the way. You can wear the hit. You can.
Oh, sorry, I'm getting shot again.
Oh yeah, you're getting shot
Oh, I
again.
missed that. I would like to not die. If I can just keep like diving, but diving toward the door, that's
Tumble
fine with
rolling.
me. Until someone comes and saves me. That's the
I have
best
some bad
thing.
news, Amanda. Nobody's going to save you. But yep. We'll keep doing that.
I
I'll
have to
keep
live in
doing
hope.
The
So
Yeah,
yes, yeah. Go ahead.
nice.
Yeah, look.
Oh dang! So I should not have.
genuinely doesn't matter. The shot goes wide. Mandy is not used to, like, she's not bad, but she's This is
That's
it's part of the
true.
job description, but it's like the last dot point on the job description that it's like
Gun.
occasionally you may have to shoot people.
I mean, after 2 shots go off, I probably get the sense that, oh, hold on, she's got the gun, but she's not
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
a crack shot.
She's
I'll
not a
probably have
crack
a
shot,
run
so
for it next time.
You can make a run for it, and I'd say that you can get out the doors, and you're aware that there are other security guards because you saw them on your way in. You were also aware that there is a 15-foot concrete fence around the whole
heck.
thing, and
I didn't think of that.
automatic motorized gates.
Oh god.
Shoot.
But you know what? It's a big compound there. That's a
That's
problem
future
for at
use
least
problem.
two turns
That's
in
right.
the future.
Yep.
Yeah. And now the security guard. Security guard has to make a choice. Blake's got the film. Yeah.
Did they know that?
Blake's got, he's carrying it in his arms because it's not going to fit in his jacket pocket, and he didn't really think this one through.
Frank's best.
That is true.
What's your movement, Blake?
My movement is sorry, I'm just finding it. 9 actually.
Okay. He sees you, piss ball.
Please, quick.
I was thinking about the taser, but no, he's just going to try and shoot you.
Classic.
May I attempt to hold the film towards the bullet?
Man, that's great. I'm going to take that as a
I see him whip out the gun. I just like kind of thing.
Back it up, guy.
I think I would like that to be like a fighting maneuver almost.
Sure, I can use brawl as that fighting maneuver.
Yeah,
All
because
right.
you're not trying to get out of the way. You're trying to get the film hit.
Yeah, here we
Yeah.
go. Fighting maneuver. Boom, 95. Not
Sucks
great.
for everybody.
Not a fumble.
Sucks for everybody.
Yeah, real shit.
The shot goes wide because he was trying to go for his taser because he really doesn't want to shoot Blake Tevis. Come on, you're high up in the church. This is like career suicide, but he's not going to be able to catch you. You're too quick for him. He gets the gun out. It goes wide. You do not get to destroy the film via gunshot, which is excellent idea. But also you don't get shot. So bully for you, because with a 5 damage, I think that probably would have obliterated the film and gone straight into you.
Yeah, it would have sucked.
That would have been a problem. You don't get shot, which is nice. It is your turn.
I think that if I've spotted around at the risk of prolonging the situation, although it sounds like this is the cool death moment in my head at this stage, we don't have a good way to get out. I spin around one way or the other, trying to see where David is. I spot the pink starburst. I made a promise.
You
in that
are in a
text
different
message.
space. You would not have seen the pink starburst,
Oh,
unfortunately. That is in the new wing.
You would
That
have
is in the new
seen.
wing. You were in the old wing. What you would have seen when you spun around, though, is Spencer exiting via the fire escape.
Right. If I don't know where David is, then I can't do a throw the tape and run for. Okay. In which case, I have no option. I probably just sprint forward. I try to grab Amanda up. So if I can, because currently she's going to miss her next turn. If I can use my turn to effectively reset her, I pull her up, and
Right.
I'm just sort of yelling, "Where's David?" again, but we're closer to the door.
You get to the
Happy to-
door, and the two of
Happy
you
to have a human
are
shield.
out the front door. Sure. Are out the front door, not necessarily to safety, but the two of you are together. You've managed to pull Amanda up, and the two of you are running.
Excellent.
Spencer, out the front, out the back door.
Mm-hmm. I would like to book it round to the front, as I said, with the apparent intention of like out of interest. Fire alarms. Generally, when fire alarms go off, doors open. That's part of the whole thing. Is you need to escape
It's
from
true.
whatever's going on. And would I know that included like the gates at all? Like if there was a fire, would the gates be the one that
You don't know.
I don't know. Okay.
You're not too sure.
That's all right. In that case, I will continue the plan of booking it to the front, ostensibly to stop those two. But I think my aim is actually to get to the security, like the gate controls at the front.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
Yep,
to
for sure.
try and get to the security door thing so that I can like get the gates open.
What's your
so-
movement rate?
Not particularly fast, I don't think.
Big lad. Big lad.
I am big. 6.
Boy.
6. Yep. Okay. Noted. Can you make me a luck roll?
Sure. Ew. Not
The,
far off, but no.
Guards patrolling the ground. One of them sees you come out. He's listening in on a radio on his ear, and he raises his taser towards you. Spencer, the people you came in with, we have orders to detain if possible and shoot if not. You're gonna have to wait with me. I don't think you're involved with the people you came in with.
I am going to look at him and say, I know the people I came in with. They are drug-addicted maniacs, and I would like to go and get backup. We have an entire security team designed for situations like this, and I need you to let me go so I can go and get backup. Understand?
That's
Last talk for me.
Oh,
not a fumble.
now we're cooking.
It is not a fumble, just.
Nuts.
But I don't think I can even get that. Can I? What is it?
Nah.
65.
I don't think I
No.
do. It's so annoying. No.
He just gives a small shake of his head at you. I'm gonna need you to stand down, Spencer, and head back inside with me.
Is it just him?
It is at the moment, but he's speaking into an earpiece as well. Spencer at the back door, going back inside, and is coming towards you. He's got his taser out, and he's coming towards you and backing you back into the building.
The end.
I'm trying to. Can I push this? And if so, what would the?
Okay. If you push this, and fail, you're getting tased.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Like this round immediately.
Yeah.
Like to push this, you need to wait for him to get close.
Yeah.
So that you can really look into his eyes and try and convince him.
Mhm.
And if it fails, you're getting tased.
Hell yeah.
I think I'm still playing very much heavily on the line of like, my dude, I am the fixer. Do not get in my way. I need to fucking do this. For this, may I push with intimidate? Because in order to get close, I essentially want to do the full height, like get the fuck out of my way. I need to go get back up.
I don't know that you can push with a different roll.
That I'm happy to. I am leaning on my ability to intimidate. I'm happy to push with the same roll. But yeah, like essentially
That's the vibe, is that you're saying like, how dare you not believe me?
yeah, pretty much.
This is what I'm telling you, how dare you not believe me?
Come on. Beautiful. That is a success.
Easy peasy.
I am technically the head of his department.
You are. And so he gets close. You look into his eyes. He reads the threat in them. He reads the his 401k disappearing into the distance. And nods shortly. Keeps the taser out because he's going to use it on the other investigators. And stands shoulder to shoulder with you and says, "Let's go." And
Right.
he's going to go with you.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. I have absolute intention of so my intention, as I have explained it to him, is I want to go to HQ to get backup because I want to get my best men. I am happy to go and put a call, what have you, essentially do as much as I can to make that look legit, and then get in the car.
Mhm.
And I will say to the guy, get in the car. Like, we are going to go and get people. This is important. I need my best men on it.
Yep. So you're going for the car. Great. Good to know. Amanda,
Yes.
it's you.
Yes. Getting out of here.
Yes.
Still. I had the same thought. Just gonna keep on getting out of here. I think I can risk a run without diving again. So with Blake in tow, let's get to a car so we can crash through the gate.
Yeah, make me a luck check.
Here we go.
I was afraid you'd say that.
Yeah.
Can we use my luck?
You know what? You're actually next in the order, and if you guys are running together, you can both take a luck check. We'll do it as a group one for the two of you.
Oh, group
Yeah.
means use
Or
Or
lower,
you
doesn't
can
it?
take a or you can take a bonus dice.
I've got a higher luck, so I'm inclined to
But we take
Please do.
we take the lower one, so let's go with a bonus die on yours.
That's fair. All right.
Here we go.
Oh,
yes.
08. Hard success.
You spot the security guards, but it seems like somebody around the back might have distracted them a little bit, so they're kind of all peeling away in a different direction at the moment. And yeah, you are able to make it to the
Fantastic.
car.
All right, you drop right? You still got the key?
Yep.
Oh,
Nope,
Spencer drive.
nope, Spencer has the
I
keys.
drove.
That's right.
Yes.
We've got a key. Well, someone's got a key of some car. Surely.
I do.
That's the two of you.
I have
And
a
your luck has held for the moment. So we will go back down to Spencer,
Excellent.
which at this point, if you were just kind of booking it with the other security guard to the car, you do see that that Amanda and Blake are in the car already. Spencer is approaching with a security guard.
Uh-oh.
Can I? The windows are tinted, so I can't see they're in the car yet, or like maybe I can. I
Probably
don't
saw
know.
us jumping in.
You would have seen them jumping in because this is not like you would have rounded the corner and seen them getting in the car.
Would the guard have seen them?
Ooh, that's a good question. Let's see. Where is my? No. The guard falls down. The guard
He
has
tastes
his helmet,
himself.
like he's got one of those like
That's
right helmet
hilarious.
things that he can't quite work out. Yeah, he
I
can't
would
see
like to.
Straight up
I would like to
fumble.
You
offer.
actually have an opportunity. You see that he's like fumbling to get his taser away or pick out his gun. Like he
That's so
doesn't
good.
really.
That's
He is
so
distracted.
good.
That's a fumble. So you have a moment to kind of that you notice the guard is distracted.
I would like to use this moment of distraction to order him to do something and hope that in this like combobulation of like, oh god, like I'm being told to do stuff, he does what I tell him to do.
At this point, that would be. I feel you know that this guy has orders from the church, and you
Right.
might be his boss, but his orders from the church are to
Okay.
get
From
these
God
people.
Supreme.
You're not going to be able to like direct him to go away to be anywhere else. That he's with you going to get these people around the front, and that's like you would know that he's unwaveringly loyal to the church, not to you, even though you're the boss. If that makes sense.
That makes sense. In that case, I will use the momentary distraction to jump to like slide into the front of this vehicle. Go. Hold on. Keys in. Slam the accelerator straight towards the gate.
Mhm.
This is a big four-wheel drive. It is
is.
designed for celebrities. It is also designed for moving people that do not wish to be moved.
Yep.
Hopefully moving through things that don't wish to be moved through.
Hopefully.
It
And
is.
it's
It is.
not-
I will lock the doors as well,
Yes.
because that is
yes.
again. I can do something, and I'm like locked.
That's a good idea. You take the moment of distraction to kind of dart away from him. Your power walk has turned into a flat sprint, and he is distracted enough that. Yep, it's a fumble. The guard has fumbled. He was fumbling taking out his gun though, and I don't know if these are armored vehicles. They will certainly help. But as you peel off and away, they do know which car you're in. Mandy was on the comms the whole time. And they are going to shoot at you as you drive away.
Here we go.
Huh. Going super
One.
well. That's one. That's the one behind you. One behind you, Blake.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
That'll be through the back window. Who's in the back seat?
well, we know that it would be me or it would be Amanda, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
I presumably, I was kind of getting dragged along. I'll say I'm in the backseat.
I would have.
All right.
You would have heard the first shot.
I was trying to. I look around because I was going to get ready to go live on Facebook to try and and then I get hit with a bullet.
Well, you don't necessarily get hit straight away. I'm going to get you to make me just a dodge check because you would have heard the first one, and I'm guessing the first shot makes everybody
Yeah, well, there's not
duck
much
for
else
cover.
we
So
can
if you can just give me dex, straight up dex.
Yeah. Straight up dex. Okay,
Straight up
sure
dex.
thing. Here we go.
You've got nothing to dodge at this point.
Extreme success.
He's good.
Oh, amazing.
You're not getting shot. There's another guard in the box at the gate who comes out
Oh no.
because he can see you coming in the four-wheel drive. This is going to be straight into the driver's seat, Spencer. I'm going to need a dex from you.
Oh god.
Success.
This is a gun through. You are going to take 4 damage for me.
Hell yeah.
4? That's fine.
Between it is going to smash the windshield.
Yep.
You're not going to take the whole lot because you do manage to kind of move out of the way. It's not going to be a headshot. And some of it goes through the glass, but yeah,
This
you're going to
is
take 4 damage for me.
Yeah, get shot in the arm, in the sort of
Yeah.
chest shoulder area where
And
Yeah.
bloody
driving
hurts.
with the one hand. Hell yeah.
And how
Yeah.
many other in the... Okay. And there will be one more who comes around the corner as part of the general patrol.
Mhm.
Oh...
Oh god.
That going again?
Oh
is that going
my God.
It's going
to
to
the
Yes.
through the windshield to the
And it
driver.
ignores
Oh my
armor.
god. Oh.
Because the windshield has already been shot out.
Hey Jim, what did you just write in the Twitch chat?
Yeah, Jim.
I
did
said
you
we're gonna
just
make
write,
it, and then we
we're
get
gonna
crit.
make it into the
And then
Twitch chat immediately
11
before the
armor
guy got a
piercing
crit.
damage.
Oh
Uh,
my god.
Spencer, I have some really bad news.
There a
You're
dog?
taking
I mean,
11 damage.
That's fair.
That is bad
That-
news.
Sucks. To be clear, 11 damage is they rolled a 1 on the damage roll. You can see.
Oh,
That
yeah.
could have been worse.
Oh wow.
That is the lowest possible damage you could have taken.
On a crit.
That's cool. Yeah,
You
that's
bleed.
all.
Yep.
Yeah. That was
That's it?
with the first hit. I was on 8.
Oh,
So
heck.
unless I retroactively use luck to skip the first one, no, which is
I mean, the
If you were not
professionals.
driving, I would have given you the ability to dodge it, but you're driving the car, driving
This
the
is
vehicle.
what they wanted.
Wait, hang on. I have just for the lols. I do
of
have
course.
above base drive auto. Can I have a Hail Mary, roll my drive auto, and see if I see what we get, and
See if you
that
can get
like,
us out,
You were going to want a
even if
harder or
you're dead.
higher. You were going to
Yep.
want a harder or higher.
Oh, God.
And what I will give you is the Constitution roll of not instant death but bleeding out. If you get a hard
to be
drive
clear,
or higher.
Heroic final action kind of
I'm
thing.
not going to. This would be amazing if I got
Yes.
a hard on a drive auto. We're
A
gonna
hard
see.
on a drive auto here would be you have the option of either doing your Constitution roll to see
But-
if you survive,
Nice.
but no. Nice. Death.
Dead, or at least yeah.
Spencer,
can
how do you go?
Well, I know how I would like to make this for the lols of drive it like you stole it, if you don't mind.
I would love to hear you drive it like
I
you
am
stole
a heavy man.
it. You are.
I had 12 hit points. I am a solidly built man. I would like that fully what happens is he gets shot, he collapses over the steering wheel, and his foot goes straight on the
Straight
accelerator
Hell
pedals,
yeah.
and his car is just going dead straight.
Through the gate.
With the only way to get is to like move a dead weight of a hang on, what's my for
A
the
heavy person.
the dead weight of a man with 75 size in order to stop this car careening into something ridiculous.
Great.
I would like to
Yeah.
make this hopefully a TPK.
What? Oh no. thought we were
yeah,
going
who
through
put
the
their
gate.
seat? Who put that? You are going through the gate, but who put their seatbelt on?
You want to roll luck for that one?
I think we need. I think we need.
I
Always
think
put my
Amanda.
seatbelt on.
I think
I definitely
personally,
buy it.
yeah. Look, that's
Doesn't do
fair
anything
enough.
else.
Because
But-
okay, Amanda would have put a seatbelt on because what she's
Mark.
doing in all this is
Mark.
uploading that last audio file to her Dead Man Switch folder.
Do you know what? I'm gonna ask for power rolls. How in your head, like how focused were you?
Oh,
In the midst of all of this craziness being shot at, I want power rolls to see if you could keep your head enough to buckle
doubt it.
up.
Here we go.
No.
It's a reflex at this point. I didn't
Once
even
again, not a
dodge the
fumble.
last bullet. I just bent down to buckle up.
You hit the gates. The gates do crash open.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a big four-wheel drive we've established. This is your big, expensive, top-of-the-range four-wheel drive. The gates can't withstand this. Unfortunately, the windshield is already gone, so you're not crashing through any windshields here, but you are going flying, Amanda.
Oh,
you
heck.
are straight through. We established you were in the front seat, so...
Oh, no. That's fair.
You were a little bit panicked when you got in the car, and you're going straight through. Sailing through the air.
Dexter, a dodge to reduce any damage, or is...
Yeah, I think I want a dex just to see if you can kind of have a
Flop.
moment of
Dig the landing.
I've been in an accident where I did go flying. I have
Oh,
been
God.
there.
Oh,
This
whoa.
has happened to me. So you
I'm
do have
pretty
a
sure,
moment. You do actually have a moment of midair of I'm fucked, and there is enough of an I'm fucked to kind of know what you have to do if
Alright.
you are with it enough. So give me a dexterity.
I will take any advice you have. Yeah.
And this is your stream PSA, wear seatbelts.
Wear
That's right.
seatbelts. Yeah.
Isn't a car's damage like 4d10?
It is.
It's a whole thing with speed.
But you're
and
not,
build and
you're
blah,
not
blah.
necessarily getting hit by the car at this point. You're going straight through the windshield.
It's pretty
And you're
comparable, I
going to
imagine.
stop and you're going to roll. Look, the amount of
Hitting
damage you're going to
people-
take is going to knock you out regardless. So
Yeah.
I want a Constitution. I'm giving you
It's
a
like-
Constitution roll.
I think the amount of
The-
damage you take from being hit by a car traveling at X
Yes.
speed is similar to traveling at X speed and being hit by the ground.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
So-
much of muchness.
Yeah. So I am giving you
So
the
4d10
Constitution.
and halve it?
Rather than roll the damage, the damage is going to put you unconscious, but whether or not you are neck broke or not is your Constitution.
Yeah.
Hey, what do you know? You hit
That
the
means you're
gravel.
getting taken and emptied.
You slide, you bounce. You bounce once or twice, you're a slight woman. You bounce once or twice, slide for about 20 meters. You can feel you're just wearing normal clothes. Lots of stuff in your pockets though, which probably helps you.
I got a backpack and 2 fanny packs.
Yeah,
That's all.
exactly. It helps a little bit. You can feel your clothes tearing, then you can feel your skin tearing, and then you can feel nothing at all as the world grows
Empty.
dark.
Oh, good.
Blake, you're in the back of a speeding car with a dead man at the wheel.
I do not have the skill set for this. Can I think we might be heading for a TPK. Can I hit you with a little pitch? I got a cool idea.
Pitch me.
I think that it may be through some combination of magnificent luck and, not even moving Spencer, but just like grabbing the wheel and steering ahead. If I manage to get out of here, the thing is, I think Blake could not resist. And I still have the film. I think that even if I escape, this ends with Blake in a hotel room, overcome with curiosity, hitting play, and then finally seeing what happens. But I maybe I die before I even get that chance.
Look, the hard success on the extreme success on the power. You buckled your seatbelt. You took the brace position as soon as that first shot went off, which is why it didn't hit you. The car absolutely crashes. Speeds down the road for a bit, rolls into a ditch over and over again. But these are safe vehicles. If you put your seatbelt on and you do everything that is required of you and you take the brace position, you've done your
Let's keep it
safety
safe.
driving course. The wheels are spinning, the engine's smoking. You can hear nothing in the desert but the tick, tick, tick of the engine as it cools, and the grunts and groans of a beaten to a pulp but still alive Blake Tevis climbing out of the vehicle.
The hero.
Hell yeah.
And you've got a bit of a head start on the chaos behind you.
I
Can the book that I have taken have like fallen out of my jacket so you can see that as well?
Yes, it can, if you take a moment.
if I see like a convenient thing that's flopped down, yeah, I grab it and then stagger down the like highway injured, like taking cover if I see cars approaching so that I don't get grabbed, heading for what I think inevitably is a roadside motel, unless I'm scooped up before.
Yeah, you know what? The church has bigger things to worry about and they'll get to you later, if there is indeed much of you left to get to after you have viewed the film and read the books.
Yeah. In which case, like, stagger in bloody, do the like try and put on the winning smile. I'm missing a tooth. Like, one room, please. Get mad with like crumpled couple of bucks. End up contents of a minibar wrappers like next to me, sitting, shaking. I will finally
Enjoy a
watch the
starburst
film.
for me, James.
I do. I turn it over
Just
in my
the pink
hands.
ones.
The one thing that wasn't eaten.
One thing that wasn't eating the starburst, as you go through the film, frame by frame, go through the book, your sanity kind of eroding as you go.
Bit by bit.
Jackson, I've shared something else with you as well, which
With
you can
me?
you can have a quick look at that.
Thank you. Which number was
Because
it?
you are scooped up by church figures who care for you
Oh,
for a minute.
well, I mean, before
They take you to an operating theater while you're unconscious. And
before lying on the ground, before everything went dark, did I see that little green check upload complete?
Ooh, roll me a
Give you a
luck
computer
check.
computer use?
Luck.
Computer
This
use.
is luck, Mike. You got shot out of the front of a four-wheel drive onto the ground. You were lucky to be alive.
No.
No.
You didn't see it, but hey, that doesn't necessarily mean it didn't happen. You
Okay.
didn't see it, and you also had your dead drops. It just may not have had all of the information in it that you wanted.
Not quite.
But there were dead drops. There were other kinds of dead drops. You were hoping the others set up something similar if they were just as suspicious. And your last thought is, as your eyes close, your world in just pain, is that you've still got the dead drop. You set that up. You know you set that up well. And you would wake briefly in an operating theater before the world is awash in red agony once again. And you do not receive the blissful darkness of unconsciousness this time. It is pain, and it is pain, and it is pain, and it is pain.
Good. I've been
And then-
emptied.
And then it's the test screening, which goes off without a hitch.
Really?
Did they have enough?
Wait, no,
they
no,
probably
you
had
took
another
the film.
copy.
You took the film.
It
No
would've
test
been-
screening. No test screening. Unfortunately, the test screening did not occur. Which is a shame.
On
and
that particular
what?
day.
Yeah, they might be able
That
to find
particular
me
day.
pretty quickly in the one motel in
Well.
range. Yeah.
Everybody got out of the facility at least. Not all of you alive, unfortunately. Spencer, your body is recovered by the church, and as far as anybody who ever knew you knew. What was your favorite holiday destination?
Amy?
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. Spencer retired to Florida.
Yeah.
As far as
I
anybody
don't-
knows.
Think there's anyone who would know enough to maybe like an aging like mother or something like that, you know, very like in an old folks home, not quite with it anymore.
You were lionized within the church as a stalwart to the end, believer, of course.
As I should be.
And you know, it's a shame about the film. Things didn't go quite as planned, but they still have directors, they still have writers, they still have fine actors and producers available to them. And the next summer, there is an announcement from the film studio that there is a
Space between two.
brand new film currently being shot at the soundstage. The same soundstage, the same set after the unfortunate failure of The Space in Between. There is a new movie being shot starring David O'Tara, produced by a newcomer who has proven herself within the church many times over, Amanda Stannett.
We're so back. Let's fucking go.
Empty as all hell.
And as soon as you face the cameras, every single time you face the cameras, you're wearing sunglasses, whether it's day or whether it's night.
Hell yeah.
How do the two of you go on?
Poorly.
What's it like for you, David?
I think any empathy or desire to leave the church has been stripped away, especially even in After Awakening as truly emptied, learning that the others that he came in with fled when he was captured rather than trying to retrieve him. It's very easy for the church to spin that, you know, into we are looking out for you, no one else does. Yada, yada, yada. If anything, actually, they probably tell me that Amanda came back for me to try and help, but it was Blake and Spencer that ran. So I'm very loyal to Amanda, who came back and was emptied alongside me.
If I'm being lauded, then ostensibly...
They still... Well, maybe they pit it all on Blake then.
Hmm.
All the same, I think I'm loyal to the end. And also, if they'll give me the star power I want, it's all gravy.
Is it all gravy, though? Is it all gravy? Is there...
I mean, there's also a horrible,
yawning
void inside of me constantly. But yeah.
Hey,
We try and fill that.
that's Hollywood, baby.
It's Starburst.
Amanda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? Yeah. No, I got emptied. That's not good. No one wants to read a book written by an emptied person. I feel like I've lost my connection to my old life and my old job, and even if I get all this stuff out, I don't want people to see me like this. I don't want to be the one holding the torch and standing in the light anymore. I think that'd make things more hard. It's actually easier to be as empty as possible.
Yeah.
It's probably the best thing.
It gets easier as time goes on, and the Amanda that was fades away.
Oh well.
Blake, how's that hotel room going?
If I am not killed by watching the film, I don't know what I was thinking. A kind of grudge thing was going to happen.
Watching the film is going to be tough until you find something that plays 35mm, but the journals, the notebooks.
Go through the film close to your face and blink.
I think I end up
straight up say it's a lot of sanity loss, like a lot.
Yeah, I end up insane, ranting.
Are we saying like roll a D100 and see what happens?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, roll a D100. What form does this madness take?
Oh, I did that wrong. Sorry, 1 second. Okay, so I do that very often. I keep typing into Twitch chat, not Roll20. Here we go.
Amazing.
33. It's enough. It maybe I recover one day, but it is. I spend the next. When the new movie is coming out, I'm on a street somewhere in probably not in Hollywood. Let's say I went across to New York, and I'm ranting about conspiracies. And it'll take some other religious institution to scoop me up and give me an equally fulfilling thing to consume myself with before I'm any kind of sane again.
And maybe that happened. Maybe the dark figures moving through the crowd and closing in on you are from a different institution, or maybe they're from the one that you thought you escaped.
Yeah.
Who knows?
You can't spin everything.
You can't spin everything, and we don't really know what lurks in the spaces in between, so we can leave that one there.
Oh, you said it. You said the thing.
Jeepers creepers.
Hey, I got to ask, did the handout you two get, is it a what happens when you're emptied handout?
Yeah, it's got stat changes
you have been
too and
emptied.
things. Yeah.
It feels like a pamphlet. So you've been
It's fun.
emptied.
So you've been emptied. It's
So
like
you've
it's
been-
like
It's
you
got
get it at the
mechanical
doctor's office when you've
changes
been
too.
diagnosed with something.
Like you
That's
reset the character.
hilarious.
I might
Mhm.
adjust it in
my
case we came
character-
back out.
My character might be dead. I genuinely think I got the best possible outcome.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
In
Oh, yeah.
Cthulhu, that'd be the way.
This particular scenario, death is the best outcome, because even if you get away scot-free, they are coming for you and they remain rich and powerful. Like, taking them down is not something that happens in this scenario.
That's what I
As
only
written.
realized after the fact. It's like, what were we hoping to do?
Yeah. It takes being emptied to realize that. You could have made progress towards potentially one day damaging the church, but death is the...
Not this day.
There are things worse than death, and they're all in this scenario.
But it's a good thing they're only in this scenario. Like, it's a good thing it's just work of fiction.
Oh, yeah.
There aren't any organizations really like this.
Definitely
nice.
helpful that there aren't any
Yeah.
organizations like this. Definitely.
Good.
Well, thank you, Alex. That was fantastic.
Yeah, nicely done.
Yay,
That was
well
Hell
fantastic.
yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
It's done.
Spaces
It's done.
between.
I get back to dynamite next time.
And we finally achieved the elusive TPK.
We love that.
A rare sight.
Yes, well, TP,
I think it counts.
Gone,
TPK
TP
or
Effectively,
TP gone.
they cooked it. Yeah.
TPF, TP fucked.
equal than or less than
Party
K.
be fucked.
Yeah.
Talking
TPNA.
to returning to Dynamite, we have.
What's next?
Saying what's happened next.
Big Jim.
What's
I'm
next?
done. Good night. Thank you. Thank you for playing. You're amazing. Great. I'm not doing
Thank you,
that
Alex.
again.
You're
Thanks.
terrific.
No, thank you so much. That was great. And I am running next. Yes, we'll be jumping across to Paris, as I hear it's called, in France, in
The return
19th
of the
century.
French accents.
Yeah, for a message of art. Any similarities to people living or dead is entirely coincidental.
Yes, that'll
It's
be
all
guys.
about
So
me.
we'll be back next week, same time, same place. So we hope we'll catch you there.
Thanks so much, everyone.
Rock and roll.
Outstanding.